Today is December 1st, 2023. This is episode 232, the last episode of Maelstrom Radio.
Maelstrom Radio. With your hosts, Gladys and Shifter.
And welcome everybody to Maelstrom Radio. My name is Peter. With me, as always, for 7 and almost a half years, my good friend and co-host, Quentin.
Hi. Hello. I would have gone with the final episode, not the last.
It is the final.
Or fantasy podcast.
Oh, damn it. No. Scratch it.
All right, we ruined it.
All right, let's roll it. Take it from the top.
Oh.
So, of course, with us for the last 4 years is our no, maybe a little bit longer. It was a little bit longer, at least 4.5-ish years. Is our producer extraordinaire Susan Sprinkle.
Hi, I'm here. We did it.
We did it.
Thanks,
Did it. Thanks, Reddit. We did it.
Oh, speaking of Reddit, like this isn't on the show notes. This is a complete aside. But I put a post in the Final Fantasy subreddit, like letting people know it was the last episode. And man, people gave us some shit.
Yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to self-sponsor the subreddit.
Yeah, no.
I
thought the Final Fantasy 14 community was nice.
No, Susan.
Not the
Final
Reddit one.
Fantasy. The Reddit one's bad. All they want is cat girl pictures and naked cat girl pictures.
There's a reason I don't touch
They
Reddit
want to see
anymore.
mods.
And then they want to complain about Mr. Happy. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do there.
Well, I thought everyone liked
mods,
Mr. Happy because he's hot now because he lost weight.
Oh, is that it?
I think so. Because he's like posting thirst traps and stuff now.
Oh, all right. Well, congrats, I guess. I don't know. By the way, I have scotch.
232 episodes. We start with a tangent, just like every time.
Yeah.
Episode 232. Thanks for the thirst traps.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, boy. That old
And
classic.
confirm, we have never posted a thirst trap, and we are not planning to.
No, this 7.5 years. I'm just gonna say 7.5 years. 7.5 years. This whole thing's been a thirst trap.
For who?
Drink
someone.
water.
Someone.
Stay hydrated, everyone. Make sure you have a beverage.
Yeah. Hydrate till the end.
Right.
Where do you want to start? How do you get the last one going?
Well, like not only is this the final Maelstrom Radio episode, this is like the final episode of the year. So what we would normally do is a recap.
Mm-hmm.
He swallows all your water bottle. Thank you, Safe.
Yeah.
I wish we could have
Final
used that
Fantasy.
earlier.
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
We can ease into
That's
this and go over our year in review.
Okay.
Yeah, like Spotify, except with less information. It's not cool.
Yeah. We can lie about that. We've been in 80s. Although Susan could probably get the recap and tell people like we were in.
Oh, I didn't even look at that.
Three people's top thing. No, we didn't look at that last night. Susan can. Susan get us some notes. There's a link to the recap here that Susan has, which is great. So,
well, this is just the recap that I made, not the podcast.
This is Susan's recap.
This is the...
Susan's gonna get us recap, and I'm gonna look at this other recap. The Susan,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the Susan recap. Susan's gonna look at the actual.
Oh,
recap.
I'm gonna look for the Spotify one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have
All right,
access
I'll
to
do
it.
that.
You're,
Yeah. Okay. So,
I'm just gonna stay here and hang out with all of you.
all right.
yeah.
So you guys can talk about the other recap while I look for the Spotify recap.
So here's some wild information. We did as many Final Fantasy 14 streams as we did Guild Wars 2 streams this year.
Tied for first place.
Tied for first place is Guild Wars 2 Final Fantasy 14.
I used that as my backup stream. So
Yeah, followed by Baldur's Gate 3, Grounded, Remnant from the Ashes, which surprisingly great game. Death's Door, love that game. Final Fantasy 16, which will be finished. I have time off coming, and that game will be done. It will be finished. It is coming.
But
Hi-Fi
what about
Rush.
Control? You've tried to play that game
Ooh.
2 or 3 times already.
Control will be finished. It will happen.
Because you have to play Control so that you can play Alan Wake 2.
I know. It's a whole metaverse. It's not the bad kind. It's not the no Zuckerberg involved in that one. We did Faith Unholy Trinity. So I'm just talking about some things that I think stand out. That I think we really enjoyed. There was The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
It would have been good to pull this last year because I'm pretty confident that Stardew Valley would top the charts last year.
Well, we probably talked about it last year. We do this every year, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever pulled the streaming.
She did last year. She did.
Because I keep track of all the streams.
Yeah.
Lists.
So out of the list of games we have here, I part of me wonders if, and hear me out, part of me wonders if the Faith games might have been like maybe a banger, secret banger, because they're only short because we played through all of it in one stream.
Well, there's still one more chapter, isn't there?
There's still one more chapter, yeah.
Can I just say that this Spotify recap thing blows? I'm trying to get to the end of it, but there's like all these graphics and shit that are take a long time.
It kind of looks like
podcast one.
Susan, think back to when you were in middle school but you took mushrooms. That's what it's like. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Nerf Trapper Keeper, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of looks like that, but
like a Lisa Franklin.
Yeah, but like bad. Yeah, Dredge, Embers Adrift. We did a lot of gaming this year, and we played 45 different games in total. We had 21 total podcast episodes this year, which seems light, but in the grand scheme of things, pretty good. So,
10th of our podcasts.
Yeah. And there's one game on here Bread and Fred, which was a 1 and done.
That was like the low point of Maelstrom Radio gaming.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
I mean, you watched two men
like
suffer.
I had such high hopes for Bread and Fred. I thought you guys were going to nail that game, but it was just a fail.
No. We could have nailed it if we. Here's the thing. Quentin and I are not bad video gamers. I'm not going to say we're professional video gamers, but we're not bad at gaming. What we aren't good at is someone reworking the Souls-like into a platformer and saying, survive this. So there you go. Because that game is nothing worse than Chess Stream. Chess Stream was last year.
That is the low point.
5D chess.
Was that the year before that?
Maybe 5D chess hurt people's heads. Like it hurt people. People were mad. I won a game from the past, but also the present.
All right. I don't know what's going on in this recap. I'm sorry.
You'll get to the end and get the information. You're just gonna go through it.
It doesn't.
It gets to the end. Trust me. Just keep going. You'll get there.
It'll be like the end of the show. I'm like, okay, I finally got the information. Recap.
I got to the end of. I got through the end of it in like 2 minutes. Like, you just gotta keep clicking.
Yeah, but like, I just want to see all the information in one thing, but you gotta like go through this whole fucking montage of bullshit.
Yeah, but at the end is the
show title montage of bullshit.
There you go. I don't think we can do
last
that.
Episode, who cares?
So I don't think that's what we can do. But I think what we're saying is that this year, in terms of things we did, surprisingly, most of it was MMOs.
Okay. Our top episode this year was episode 225, Graha Blast.
All right.
Oh, that tracks.
Who was on that one? Was that a guest one? I gotta look. Hold on.
Maybe.
Blast. I don't think it was.
Susan could tell us. She has the information.
Oh no, this is one where Quentin was away. This is the one that's right after FanFest, so that makes sense.
So that was just you and I then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Quentin. I know it seemed like it would be a Raisna one, but no.
Yeah, unfortunately no, but
No, because that was when we first saw whatchamacallit, New World Tacos.
yeah. Which, by the way, I still my Graha Blast.
That was the one that I chose the name.
The Graha Blast Photoshop that I did still did not trend well on Final Fantasy 14 Twitter, and I am still upset.
That episode was streamed 254% more than our average episode.
It's because we mentioned Graha.
Well, and because it was FanFest, so people were like momentarily
Yeah.
interested in
True,
Final
true.
Fantasy 14. And then,
Yeah, like a drug.
then everyone went back to playing other shit.
It's like a drug, right? It's just like, oh, it's a little. Susan's cup is so green, it looks like you're drinking from the void. So there you go.
Magic.
Okay. Another fun fact from Spotify once it loads up again.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate this thing. 48% of our listeners discovered us in 2023. So just in time for us to wrap it up.
That's amazing.
Hi, new people. Bye, new people.
Hey, all you new cats and cool daddies. What's up?
Void coffee sounds like a good idea. It is.
Yeah. I would like to. Can we start a coffee company in the new venture? Call it Old God Coffee, and just make everything like our blackest blend is Void Coffee.
I wouldn't be surprised if that exists.
Why haven't I? All right, well,
I'm not against this idea.
All right,
me
let's stop the show, and now Peter's gonna Google. Oh,
We're gonna completely. We're not going to be a coffee company.
Okay, so another fun fact from Spotify is episode 213, The Table is Big Enough.
Okay.
Is one that 14% of new listeners started at episode 213 out of all episodes. Which is an episode, let's see, is there a guest for that one? Da, da, da.
I'd
No.
like to. Apple Music and Spotify have released their like end year thing. Twitch has not yet, so I can't pull any of our Twitch stats.
Yeah. Also, our marketing crew, Dr. Deliciousness and Timmy and Salt, is in chat for our coffee company, Eldritch Roast. Really good coffee.
There is apparently Lovecraftian coffee branding.
Mm-hmm. But Lovecraftian.
And there's an article called The Dark Roast, Unleashing the Eldritch Energies of Coffee.
Also, we were streamed in 7 countries.
That's fantastic. Was the USA our biggest country?
Yes.
Okay.
70% of
so.
total streams were in the United States.
All right.
Honestly, that's
The most
lower than I
fascinating.
expected.
The most fascinating one I found was what our listeners were into. Besides, like, I think they because it tells you what their other podcast genres are into, and then their music genres. So what are the other podcasts are they into?
So our listeners' top podcast genres were leisure,
Mhm.
comedy, society, and culture. We have a classy audience.
Hey. We make them laugh, but
then.
we make them think.
Right.
Leisurely.
And
our
our listeners' top music genres were pop, rap, and rock. So that's all chili. That's all chili right there.
We hit
I'll
all
say
three.
yes.
We hit all 3 of the top things.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's so different from the WoW Nightcap, where like Show Tunes was number 3.
I'll have to check the sound bites one because now I'm curious what their stats are.
ASMR.
It's like lo-fi.
I don't know.
Gregorian chanting. Does it give you like our how many top listener how many number ones we were in?
Let's see.
That should be the next one.
I hate this thing. No, it doesn't.
So many things today.
And I've accidentally like downloaded the fucking graphic like 4 times because like there's a thing to like change through it, but it just gives it the same information but a different color. It's like who?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's all you get.
That's Spotify.
Yeah, thanks Spotify. Ugh. Anywho.
You got whiskey in that cup too? You just drink
No, I have peppermint tea.
just
Gotta
peppermint
keep
tea.
Yeah, that wouldn't go so well.
Gotta keep the pipes.
I have
lit.
both. I have peppermint tea and Susan did a heavy
Yep.
pour.
But I don't think I heard.
I thought it was gonna be a long show, so I wanted to make sure you were covered.
Thanks.
I said that by the end of this show, you're gonna have to walk over there and shut the stream off.
Yeah, right. Peter just be like,
Daddy,
passed out.
Daddy's gonna have a long night.
And I even put Peter's whiskey in his Maelstrom Radio glass.
It is very true. It is in my Maelstrom Radio branded. You can't buy this anywhere. The glass.
Only one exists.
Only
glass.
one exists. Yeah.
Be careful.
Sorry, there was never merch. Maybe we'll do like a post run of merch. Like buy you get
get your commemorative Maelstrom
radio like
collector's plate.
Yeah.
Maybe a coin.
Yeah.
One side is Peter, one side is Quentin.
One side's Mortimer.
3-sided coin. Okay.
The 3-sided coin. the one side is just the Maelstrom Radio logo. One side's Mortimer. The other side's like a cryptic message. They have to. This puts them on a chase, where they get one extra final episode of Maelstrom Radio, but it's on a recorded on a tape, and it's buried in the middle of the Pacific Northwest woods. So you have to go find it. It's an ARG. It's gonna be real good.
Good luck. Look forward to that in 2026.
Speaking of ARGs and other gaming adventures.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be a Maelstrom Radio if we didn't have
in memoriam merch.
why not? Imagine RIP at Maelstrom Radio.
It wouldn't be Maelstrom Radio without Memoriam merch.
Yeah. Yep. So Maelstrom Radio, of course, would not end Maelstrom Radio without a choose your own adventure. Now, this one was not created by Safe Roth in any way. Sorry, Safe. This one, on the other hand,
well, he's not going to be sorry. Like
this one,
we are.
No, we are. No, but this one was written by AI.
I still have.
GPT.
I have the original from Safe.
Yeah, we still have it. We still have it.
I will still at some point
no.
would like to release it.
Yeah, we would like to release it.
This is what we had to resort to, Safe. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone to write for us anymore.
You can replace it with
ChatGPT.
No, you haven't. Trust me.
You have not.
Trust me.
Not.
Like I didn't read through it all because I wanted to be surprised, but
you have not. Don't worry.
I have read none of this.
If anything, this proves that AI is not good. So
honestly, it's not taking us to Canada, so I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah. So Susan, you wanna go ahead and be the narrator?
yes. So we begin the Maelstrom Radio final episode, Chapter 1, The Farewell Invitation. So, like, the way that the tenses are in this thing is a little weird, so I'll try my best to, like, make it make sense. I didn't have time to go through this. I'm sorry. We planned this the last minute.
No, it's okay. You is don't worry, audience. You
the
are
royal
the
you.
You the royal you. You are the royal you in this situation. So
okay.
You are you.
Yeah, you are you.
Yeah, you are you.
So we receive a heartfelt invitation from Flatus and Shinter to join them on a special quest, the final episode of Maelstrom Radio. As we log into the game, we find ourselves in the familiar setting of Limsa Lominsa.
Oh no.
Do we want to head to the Maelstrom studio, or do we want to reflect in the city?
Chat, leave it up to you. Option 1 or option 2, chat.
So head to the studio or reflect in the city.
Would you like the option 1?
And I'm not doing polls and shit. I'm sorry. What is the dark urge option? Okay, we got 2 for 2.
2 for 2. 3 for 2.
Okay, 2.
and now there's a poll.
Oh, why bother doing a poll?
Reflect on cat
Click
crap.
on it, you'll see why.
All right, you know what?
Are you the poll master?
Yeah.
I am the poll.
Okay.
Poll master.
Okay. Maelstrom Radio, episode 232.
Oh, I'm
the poll
glad Sarah's
master.
not here tonight.
Okay, so we're gonna go with option 2, which is reflect in the city. If you want to if you want to reminisce about the podcast journey, let's go to the next chapter. Okay. Nostalgic reflections. Walking through the streets of Limsa Lominsa, you stumble upon locations that hold special memories. If we want to visit podcast hotspots, that's option
Ooh.
1. If we want to continue to reflect, that's option 2. Like, I don't know if this adventure is going to make any sense.
Listen, it's there. It's an adventure.
So visit podcast hotspots.
Those are only 2?
Yeah, that's the only 2.
Those are only 2. Each one only has 2
Yeah, 2.
options.
Yeah.
So visit podcast hotspots. If you want to revisit places mentioned in past episodes,
I got you safe.
or if you want to spend more time absorbing the atmosphere of Limsa Lominsa. Got some ones. I wish I had a darker urge option. Peter, why didn't you add that into the chat GPT?
What do you... Chat
Next
GPT.
time that we commission, a
Yeah,
choose your own
sure.
adventure, it has to have a dark urge option.
Yeah. Okay, so option 1, visit podcast hotspots. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with that one.
Podcast hotspots tour. As you visit podcast hotspots, not mentioned what these hotspots are, you encounter familiar NPCs and elements related to Maelstrom Radio.
Is Chili there?
I don't know.
Okay.
We can either engage with NPCs or engage in some solo reflection.
Engage with NPCs could be anything.
If you want to interact with virtual representations of podcast guests, or you'd rather explore quietly and reflect on the podcast impact.
Chat GPT is just chilling on a WordPad.
I got a couple options for engaging with the NPCs. I am curious to see who the NPCs are.
I'm curious as
I
well.
don't know if any NPCs will even be mentioned in this thing. We'll see.
You engage with NPCs. Now what would you like to do? Reflect again? Or
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if this will ever get into an actual story or just like a lead up to a story. Like I said, I couldn't really like I didn't want to read through it too much, but I didn't.
It's
I didn't get a whole lot of.
I listen. When you commission AI, it to be very specific, or else you just go on a random BS run.
Random BS run.
all right,
Title.
chat number 1. We're gonna go talk with the NPCs.
Okay. Engage with NPCs if you want to interact with virtual representations of podcast guests. Okay. NPC reunion.
Oh, we got a reunion.
Yeah, it's reunion.
Engaging with virtual representations of podcast guests, you have meaningful conversations with each NPC.
Stoic nod. Stoic nod. Stoic nod. Stoic nod. Stoic nod. Stoic nod.
No, wait. There's also the slight head tilt as you're.
Oh yeah,
curious.
curious head tilt. That's right.
And then,
Stoic nod.
Yeah.
So we can collect farewell messages if you want to gather messages from these NPCs for Flatus and Shin, or solo reflection if you'd rather continue your journey alone.
Still, it really wants us to reflect.
It does want us to reflect.
I feel like it's judging us, that it's telling us that we need to reflect on what happened the last 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is no. We don't answer for it.
So we can engage. Oh wait, we're engaging. We can collect farewell messages or solo reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Do either of you have an opinion?
Yeah. I want to not reflect, so my opinion is still to continue going.
Okay, so collect farewell messages.
2 for
Why
1, 1 for
focus
2
on
so
having it be
far.
alone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to they're trying to break you guys up.
No. Chat GPT's trying to lure us into the back alley.
Yeah. Have you not noticed that ChatGPT is slowly just being like, hey, come on.
As long as the California raisins aren't there, we're good.
It did take everybody to Limsa Lominsa, which we already know is not a safe place to be.
No.
You
I mean, at least it had one Final Fantasy reference in there.
I mean, it said NPCs.
Like, Peter, what did you put in as the prompt? Like the entire prompt?
Oh, I'd have to go get it. It was something.
Choose your own adventure. Good luck.
No,
it
was something along the lines like, I need you to create a Maelstrom Radio podcast, the Final Fantasy 14 podcast. Farewell, choose your own adventure that contained like. I don't want to give it away. That contains certain X this and like if I tell you a thing, it's going to tell you what this is.
Okay.
So you have to AI needs to be like very strict.
Okay, so collect farewell messages. Okay. Oh boy.
Oh no.
That skipped over like so much shit. Okay. Ending the last echo. The podcast concludes with a heartfelt farewell from Flatus and Shin. The chat is filled with message of gratitude and nostalgia.
Message.
Mm-hmm.
Just one person. There's only one message of gratitude.
Yeah, just Chili.
Mm-hmm.
As you exit the virtual
It's the royal
realm, as you exit the virtual realm, you carry with you the memories of Maelstrom Radio, an unforgettable journey that has come to an end. The impact of the podcast lives.
Lives? Lives.
No, sorry. Okay. The impact of the podcast lives on in the hearts of the hosts and the community.
It ended on a good
Hello, this
message.
is Sacred. Yeah, that one actually. Thank you all. We did a really good one. P.S. This is Thancred.
Hi, Thancred.
And it skipped over like 7 different chapters going to that option, but
there was an option where it did go through the other chapters, so we just.
But like there wasn't any actual.
Chat. What do you want from me? I didn't write it.
No. I'm just saying, like, there's like nothing in this story. The story is not. This isn't a story.
So what you're saying is AI is terrible. We should never use it.
Yes.
No. Tibian's right. It's because we didn't reflect.
That's true. We didn't reflect on it.
But it's like every section is like, okay, you're going to go do a thing. You're going to go do a thing.
Yeah.
And you never do
go back
the
to the
thing. You never
start
do
and
a thing.
reflect.
Yeah, we can go reflect. We can reflect about not
Let's
doing
go at the
this.
very start and
And
reflect.
there's only one ending.
Hey, Susan, you know what the best part is?
Oh.
This is the last one. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're not gonna fix this next week.
There is something that you can't see on stream, and you also can't see on the audio podcast, mostly because it's an audio podcast. If you're seeing us, see a doctor.
Or tell us what drug you took.
Throughout this, my username is spelled correctly.
Yeah.
Peter's is not.
It's not. It's hilarious. It's flat us.
FLATUS and SHYN.
Yeah. So close enough.
And no mention about their producer.
None whatsoever, oddly enough.
That's
So
because he didn't put it in the prompt.
no, I didn't. No, the prompt had none of our names in it. That's why I got my name wrong. It knew that you and I existed as part of the podcast. So 7.5, years of podcasting. It knew about us. It knew we were a thing.
I mean, at least it knew that.
Do you know the most disturbing thing about this?
What?
That means that the ChatGPT models actually know about Maelstrom Radio.
They know about
They were,
Maelstrom Radio.
they were trained.
Yeah,
on
like
it.
they don't know a whole
That's
lot,
just
but they
terrible.
know enough.
If anything, AI knows us. We've been around long enough. We've been around long enough that we're in the AI data bank. And that's
so
why the
sorry.
show is ending.
You got to escape the AI. There is no escape.
So what you're saying is that it's the
It's like
Delta
Hades.
escape. No? Delta escape, come on.
Susan, can we go back up to the beginning? We'll try one more route with reflection.
Oh, each one so
Well, I'm assuming
the
it's going to jump
one-
us a different path.
yeah, so each one will choose the one where you don't actually interact with anyone. We'll try the most introverted path.
Yeah, you got to go the introverted
All right.
path if you want the true ending.
I would not be reflecting in a game.
Much like how many people play Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, thanks,
So-
duty support.
Thanks.
No, do you think anyone in Final Fantasy 14 reflects upon themselves?
No, they've
Lindsay
just,
would be empty if that was
they
the
reflect
case.
on themselves while they're in G pose. They're like, look at my outfit.
yeah. Look at
Glam.
Reflect as in mirror, not as in.
look at my jubbos in mod mode.
Do the introvert path and then the genocide route. Honestly, if there was a genocide route, we would have already gone down it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and all
I know our
there's
audience.
only one end, so it's not like anything really.
yeah.
changes.
The end of this. The end is the same. You just get a couple extra chapters.
Yeah, so
But I would say that the other chapters are probably there's a little more to them.
So it is
no,
the dark.
no.
Just
I
a
mean,
little.
look at them. They're only one sentence each.
Yeah.
Like a whole chapter is absorbing the tranquility. You find closure in the serene atmosphere.
Well,
That's the chapter.
There's also exploring how the podcast influenced your life. You share your personal anecdotes with Flatus and shit. Like, that's sweet. That's a nice thing. I'm sure someone out there is touched and moved, and we've helped somebody out there.
If
Or
Maelstrom Radio has touched you, please contact authorities.
No. If anything, they've touched us.
Yes, is the beard thing all back again?
Anything, you're all. I will only hug you if you say it's cool.
Show me on the stuff there where MR touched you.
I can't show you on myself. We'll get kicked off Twitch.
So we've learned today that safe choose your own adventures are so much better.
Yeah. So what we
GPT
so
could ever make.
yeah.
Wait, we missed the best chapter though.
Okay.
Was it chapter 19?
No, actually, there's a few really good chapters in here.
When you say really good,
I mean, the Bible had some good stories.
The chapters where it says either go to the ending or go to the ending. It's a really good choice.
yeah.
Half of them are like that.
Yeah, half of them
Yeah.
are just go. It just wants you to get through it. Just finish this.
What we're
Please.
saying is that, please just end it.
Just put the story out of its misery.
Put this and the show just gone. Just bury this thing. So to pull away from this, let's put this in our memories and never think about it again. In fact, let's dig up other things from our past and talk about those.
Like the beard incident.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, that wasn't on a show, but that was because you guys have a show. A man stroked Peter's beard.
Yeah.
We've talked about that on the show.
He touched my face. There was not stroking the beard. It was full like hand here all the way down, and he was wet. I don't know why he was wet. He was wet.
Everybody was drinking. I get sweaty when I drink. It happens.
Oh, so gross.
But
regret.
you had a little time to think about your memories from past episodes.
No, we
what's-
didn't reflect.
We didn't reflect.
What stands out to you guys? Like, you guys obviously have been doing Maelstrom Radio longer than I have, so you have memories that I do
True.
not. Yeah. Damply
There is-
Pod. Oh,
Show title Damply Pod, please.
Yeah, as soon as I read that, I'm like, yep, that's a show.
boy. I
title
haven't been
option.
writing any of these down.
Yeah, you
No.
got another work to do.
I know. I'll have to go back and listen to the poll show titles.
So, I mean, there was like, what was it, 6 months, almost a year that I was not here near the beginning, and we had Safe as a backup host for a while there.
We did.
That was the time.
That was
There was a time where Curry was in the mix.
yeah. So our
Not
first couple
really.
for like what 3-4 episodes.
Maybe it was
Maybe.
a dangerous time.
It was, but Safe did cover it. It was funny. Like it was good to have him on. Like it still the show got done. It was still pretty good. Like we still had funny episodes. I think a lot of it. Is the people that listened. I think if we had if I had to share things in order, at first I want to thank the people that listened. Like each and every.
That's the end of this show.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Keep the thanks.
Yeah,
We're
try.
still there.
But
Talk
like
about memories from the show.
from my okay, well, so like Lucky Sparrow still sticks out to me. Like just like sharing part of the community that meant a lot to people that didn't think what they did was important was really meaningful, and having them back on again for their to share their last episode really meant a lot to them. And I don't think that a lot of Final Fantasy 14 podcasts, a lot of them like say, hey, we're community focused, but sometimes you have to think beyond like your streamers and the people that are doing stuff that are pretty big in game, and think about the people that are doing something that may not be noticed by everyone else and share that. So
I like the people in Final Fantasy that do the like little or just like niche, like odd things. Like we had Fruity Snacks on, and he just does fishing stuff, and like now the
Which blew up.
Eorzean aquariums are like there's a whole bunch of them, and it's like there's a whole like community of just like fishing minded Final Fantasy players that really geek out on like fishing.
just
culture
fishing
and, like,
culture
yeah.
and lore, and I think being able to share those people with everybody is super important.
Like I love people that do housing stuff. Like that's always fun to me. I know, like, not to toot you guys' horn or whatever, but like,
Go on.
well, because like
If you must.
that was like quite a while ago that you had people like that on. Like before I was in the mix, you had stuff like that, and like now it's more common to see people doing like housing tours and like looking at like player made like people that do like mazes in their house and do like recreations of like movie scenes and stuff like
Like
You guys were
2020 kind of contributed a lot to that.
yeah, that's true. People had a lot more free time to
Yeah.
fuck around with their housing if they could get one.
Or to watch people do it and be like, oh, hey, this is actually something cool.
Yeah.
So part of, and I've said this before, so it's not like a mystery. Part of why this started is because I wanted to share Quentin with the world, right? Like Quentin, before
Somehow he
Quentin-
convinced me.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. And
Yeah, because you were like a behind the scenes guy before that, right?
I've always been behind the scenes.
Listen.
I had a brief stint. I have appeared on podcasts before as a guest or as like a stand-in, and I briefly was part of a Guild Wars 2 podcast, but it never really took off because everyone was too busy.
So
Lots of big names in it, just busy.
Yeah. Going from a show that was secretly about sharing my best friend with the world and how funny and how intelligent he was and how well he could talk about MMOs, to sharing people of the community with the world, may not seem like the evolution of what we did, but it was the evolution of what we did. And of course, we'll talk about what the next thing is later on.
Later.
And hopefully the evolution of what we learned here, we're taking and doing something different, but learning some lessons from this as well. So
contrary to the 231 episodes prior to this, we actually have an outline and a plan of what's going on tonight.
Yeah. So
yeah, finally.
But a lot of things have happened. To say that 7.5 years of doing this, Quentin started in Canada, I still lived in Florida. Fast forward 7.5.
We switched climates.
I moved north, he moved west, and to America. I'm engaged to Susan. I own a
surprise,
by the way. Surprise, by the way. If you didn't know, Susan and I are happily engaged. Well, I guess
happily?
I shouldn't answer for her. Like, at least on my end, I'm pretty stoked.
We talked about this before. We don't have to make this shit about
this. So
thanks.
Thank you. So a lot in our lives has changed, right? Like careers have changed, things what we do, we've gotten busier.
We have cats.
We have cats. We have congrats? Question mark.
Don't forget Poe.
Yeah, we have a great dog named Poe. A lot. Outside where like we had more time to focus on this because maybe Quentin and I just depression set in and like we just put our energy into this and things of that nature.
Did have the year break.
Yeah. And we learned a lot, I think, doing this show too, like how important mental health was. And sometimes the memories weren't the show. Sometimes it was growing as people during this show and how we've changed and grown over time doing this.
One of the things I remember from way back when, I don't remember much of the episode, but I do remember how excited you were and how much prep you did and how much fun you seem to be having. Yeah, I did a ton of prep for this. It was one of our first interviews that we had. Shoot.
Too Mellow.
Yes, there we go. Like I had the name a second ago and I know you knew exactly which one I was talking about, but that was like one of those moments.
So Too Mellow, if you have never listened to any, you probably, and I'll be honest, you probably have heard music from Too Mellow. He does a lot of, I mean, at the time he was just starting to do video game soundtracks. He's now doing video game soundtracks. He even did the soundtrack for I believe the game you played, a point and click adventure called Later Gator or Later Alligator.
Right.
The soundtrack. He did the soundtrack for that.
He did a few other games well before that. Before we talked with him.
I believe he did Superliminal.
I don't remember.
Which was
there was ones that he did before we talked to him that you knew because you had played them.
So he did one of the things what Too Mellow used to do early days, and he still does it. You'll find him. Is that he'll take a rap song that's the same beats per minute of a video game song and mash them together, and you'll get like these really dope remixes. He did it and he would create whole albums around that. So there was Final Fantasy X Wu-Tang albums that he did that were like full like Wu-Tang rap songs mixed with Final Fantasy beats. They're awesome. They're so good. And he did like Nas X Chrono Trigger. Like he did a bunch of them. Like there's so many. And then on top of it, like he's gone out and created concept. Yeah, Mo Money, Mo Problems is the best. He's also created concept albums for video games that like video game world. So like Jet Set Radio, he created a whole concept
That's the
album.
one.
So he created a whole concept album for Jet Set Radio that, you know, was just all these original beats for the world of Tokyo Toe. And they're great. Like they would sound like they came from the game. That's how good they are. And it was a blast talking to him. He was like so enjoyable. I would talk to him again in the future on the new thing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So, if given the time, because just the thought process behind creating an album and creating music was so interesting, and he was such a delight to talk to.
Would you say that he was your favorite guest? And Quentin,
like,
think about who your favorite guest is.
I would say, oh boy, that's rough. I don't want to say favorite guest. Like, I would say favorite, like, guest who was working towards the industry or starting to work in the industry of video games.
And remember Chili's right here.
I mean, it's not to say that Chili's not a great guest either. We have people that have become our friends over the span of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And the Benjamin Chillhouse experiences are very memorable episodes of Maelstrom Radio. Like all of our game show ones have always been like delightful, just messes.
I mean, there was a reason we had them as our final guests.
Mm-hmm. Hint, yeah, sorry we didn't tell you.
Well, we weren't really 100% sure that this was going to be the last one, but then it's like, makes sense to make it the last one. It's the last year.
We knew it was the final guest episode
Yeah.
when we had them.
So
it was fitting.
It was fitting. It's hard to say. Like I wouldn't say like, you know, I have specifically a special like, oh man, because I could say Lucky Sparrow were great guests, and I could say Jen and Eric were fantastic guests. They were a blast to have on. There's
and like 3 hours afterwards.
Yeah, and yeah, the 3 hour chat afterwards, like, you know, there's tons. Hottie Chicken was a fantastic guest.
Jesse Cox.
Jesse Cox is a blast, and
yes. That was my favorite episode because like that was the episode where I felt the most like useful and like funny because I got to handle the game stuff.
And Jesse Cox was the blast, and like, you know, the fact that he did, and by just so everyone, he does remember us.
Yes, yeah, we have it recorded.
So he did actually remember us, which is great, and you know, it was cool to see. Like I don't know if he'll ever listen to this. I mean, he's a busy person. I don't expect him to go through and like listen to Final Fantasy 14. Like, I don't think he's gonna listen to. He might. I don't know. He might be like, "What's Maelstrom Radio up to?" And be like, "Oh no." So, like, well, you can if you want to come on the new thing. sure he would. You know, there. You know, how do you quantify what we did in 7.5 years? Like, how do you quantify it? Like, everything we've done, you know, the money we raised for charities, the amount of laughs that we've had, the behind the scene laughs that we've had, the not so, you know, there's sometimes not so good times behind the scenes that we've had too.
Oh my goodness.
But, you know, like this, you know, despite, you know, the good and the bad, like, you know, we somehow still did this. Like, we still did it as long as that we've came to be like a point where I think we're ready to say that this is it. Like, this is what we've done here is good. And, you know, there are tons of other podcasts that are still emerging, have emerged, are doing what we've set the ground for, possibly doing it better than Carbuncles. Yes, yeah. Possibly doing it better than we are.
Yeah.
We have
no offense.
You know, like we were very tongue in cheek, right? Like, and there was the line of shit posts that we had through our show, you know, and
There's also the unfortunate time when we read patch notes.
and there's that too. But realizing like maybe that's not us.
Yeah, I mean, there are some Final Fantasy podcasts that do go through the patch notes. Like Gather Together is a patch note kind of podcast, but I enjoy listening to them because they do it in their own way and they do it very like they don't sugarcoat things. They're full
They
constantly
punch.
talk about how they're like not playing the game.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
playing
they're
other shit instead. Like
yeah,
they
they're
do
full,
a really good job at patch notes.
They're very punchy about it, and by the way, shout out to both.
Yeah, they just put out a new episode because they kind of had a little break for a bit.
Yeah, shout out to Yelta and Ruby over at Gather Together. Like I know. By the way, great. Fantastic folks to have if you can get them on as guests. I know they sometimes they're hard to get as guests, but worth it 100%. Put the effort in to try to make that happen. Wonderful guests. They don't go on a whole lot of other podcasts, but fantastic people, great conversationalists. We'll absolutely talk about. We'll absolutely talk about what they love and don't love about the game with you. So please go seek them out. Like if you're coming to us and being like, well, where am I gonna go now? Like Gather Together, move around, Coffee and Caramel. There are plenty of others out there.
Yeah, plenty of others.
So I mean, and there's the big ones too. But if you're looking for more like, what if I just want some like just everyday people talking about the game, like, there's plenty of that out there. Plenty. And like I said, I don't think my two friends here would disagree with me that there are people that are doing it much better than we did. I'm not saying what we did was necessarily bad, but what we have done, we're so tired.
It's hard to have a show about one thing when you two are people that are involved in a lot of other things, like when it comes to like gaming. Like you don't have a main game.
It's more it has been 7.5 years that we've been doing this, and it's a long time. We have changed much since then.
Well, and I think the three of us still really like Final Fantasy 14. Like,
yeah, I have nothing against the game.
I'm not playing the game that much right now, but I still say that I really like it and enjoy it. And like,
I have
nothing. When the expansion comes out, like we'll all be there. We'll be
roughly. Roughly. Maybe on we'll see how. Like hopefully the server's steady.
Well, they have that cloud test that I'm like, I'm gonna go do that, but I forgot to do it.
That's okay.
Everybody log in on Monday to do the thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and then I didn't. I made small Susan.
Here's the thing. I asked Susan, like, do I get anything as a player? Do I get anything for logging in and doing the cloud thing? She's like, no. I'm like, what the hell? Well, I don't care. Where's my carrot on a stick? Come on, Yoshi P, give me a little something, like a little like cloud minion. Like if you would have a little cloud, like a little tiny cloud.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cute.
Like a little cloud. Not like cloud, like because they gave out clouds already, like the Final Fantasy character, but like a little fluffy cloud.
No, I think you should have a little puffy cloud.
Yeah, a little puffy cloud. Yeah. Like the
best thing I made on those servers was Chibi-Tib.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I made
Chibi-Tib and Small Season.
Yeah, pushing stuff off table. It's a great name, by the way. I saw that on.
Yeah.
Saw that on socials. It's good stuff. So,
just to go back to the sort of the topic at hand, who are some other guests or like show experiences that stand out to you guys?
We have so many that I've forgotten a lot of them.
I know you said Audie Chicken, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that was amazing. Like you guys had like a real like wholesome, like
she stopped streaming, came back to streaming.
Yeah.
But like the time that you had with her, like felt like it was really like wholesome and like nurturing.
It was. Mm-hmm. Talk about somebody who would reinvigorate you to do what you want to do and passionate about. Like, and like again, we'll get into the new thing, but like part of what the new thing is like reinvigorating and what
we'll get that. We'll
get there. So, Again, carrot on
No,
the stick
no
for everybody.
spoilers.
Yeah, no, sorry.
And also your talk with Rookery.
Yeah,
Again,
I'd say Rook
that
was
kind of
good.
like the times that you had like non Final Fantasy 14 chat.
Rook
like,
is kind of
yeah, like
diplomatic.
she's someone that does a great job of like having her, fingers in all the pies.
Yeah, there's 20 pies, and she's got all her digits and all. No, like Rook was a fantastic chat.
Yeah, because she's someone who's like super knowledgeable about a lot of games and like.
And also just really fun to talk to.
She was, and she was more fascinated by us and our knowledge of like, which is so rare, because she was like, "You guys seem to know your stuff." I was like, "Thank you."
Because I think she said her first MMO that she played was it WoW?
I don't remember.
I think it
Could
was.
be.
And she's back to WoW. I mean, she's
Rook
playing.
is a gem. Yes.
And she just shoutcasted the World of Warcraft race for World First. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's cool that like the barriers have come down with like you can only have one game and you can't talk about another game because you have this game and you can't have one game.
You can have more than one game. The world of MMOs, the landscape has changed. So you can definitely have more than one. So that's just a non. That's a non thing now. Like you just have more than one if you want.
You could be polyamorous with your gaming.
You absolutely can. I can't think of. I think one of my favorite episodes that we did was the episodes where Susan interviewed us each like
Well,
where
wasn't that our like milestone episodes?
It was some kind of milestone. I don't remember.
Yeah,
which one,
like there was an episode where you were out and she interviewed me.
Yeah.
And then there was an episode where she interviewed you and then asked me questions as well about you.
Yeah. And then you cried.
I did cry. Because I'm a man. Men cry. I got to, I mean, I even did I've done podcasts with people, when Quentin has been out, I've even done shows with people that who were World of Warcraft podcasters who switched over to Final Fantasy Row.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I mean, we did a whole stint on LBR for a bit.
It's true. Very
Live.
true. Live, yeah. One
episode that like I'm sad that Quentin wasn't around for is when you talked to Lemon Drop.
Oh yeah, that was a great episode. That was
because I
fun.
would have liked the two of them to like get real nerdy about Canada stuff.
Yeah, she had no idea about Canadian flour. Like she's like, she's like.
Well, the fact that I mean, she's going to be living in the United States, so now she'll have some insight.
She'll know now.
Fortunately,
she's gonna find out. Gonna really stick with your King Arthur flowers because that's.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I know.
We're from Canada.
We're gonna have to switch this house. The household's gonna have to become a King Arthur household.
Just get like store brand flour.
Throw it out
who's baking? You're not baking anything.
No. Yeah. Fat cookies.
Time to start. Yeah, you have to. It's not the bread one. I think it's the high. It's like the 13 or 14% protein. Or bun.
Hell with gluten in this household.
No, we're gonna double zero for some pizza dough. I'm gonna start slinging za.
I think one of the more memorable parts that I've enjoyed, and unfortunately, anyone who is not listening live does not get this experience, because it happens before the show, and this is audio. But all of the different music that we've had throughout the last 7 years. We like to change it up every now and then because things get old.
You're talking about the theme music or like stuff you play?
Yeah, our intro and outro music.
Okay.
Like we've tried a lot of different things, and I think it's just been a very
and you're
I know it's very nostalgic.
And you're kind of like weird about intros and stuff for shows.
Right, like I don't want it to be very, very like it doesn't have to be long. It's more of a like
It's gotta be punchy.
somewhat identified. Like, yeah, it has to. It's that identifying. It's like as soon as you hear that song, now I associate it with. Like we listened to at least 3 different previous
songs, like one outro,
and the pre-show,
couple intros,
the outro.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things like you hear it enough, which was like every week in some cases, and that gets associated, and it's just one of those. It's less of a memory and more of a reminder of what we've done over 7 years.
Yeah, and how much not only how much we've changed, but how much the game has changed in the last 7.5 years as well. Like when we were doing the show, like there wasn't a whole lot of remix artists, right? There wasn't a whole lot of artists out there creating Final Fantasy music, and if they were doing it, they weren't getting the recognition at the time that a lot of like Husky by the Geek is getting. Like there's people out there that are getting like hundreds of thousands of views doing Final Fantasy stuff, where at the time, you know, if I found an artist, you know, they maybe got 200 listens on their one song. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to share, like, hey, can I like use your, and they're like, yeah, they were thrilled to even like, you know, to make that happen, you know. When we got to use like the rock, like when we first started, our first intro was from Benjamin Anthony James, who, by the way, go check him out on YouTube. Fantastic artist, doing great stuff. He was, you know, when he allowed us to use his Wanderer's Palace hard, the rock edition, it's, you know, I still associate it with the first couple years of Maelstrom Radio. Like it was truly like such a great song to use. It was punchy. It, like, you knew the show, like it was a banger. It's still a banger to this day. Like I'm playing it before the show. It's banger, you know, and like, you know, we've gotten to the point now where we can use Husky by the Geek, and like Husky was like, sure, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, oh my God, all right, cool, thanks. Yeah. Like, you know, I'm very honored. And then to keep in that vein of using artists that the community doesn't know a whole lot about, you know, Duty You Know, our closing song by Duty, Duty, by the way. Like such a great, like they do Final Fantasy concept albums, and like some of them are like, hey,
I had that as a thing.
Yeah, like they're doing like Final Fantasy like synth pop albums and Final Fantasy lo-fi album, like, and they're not getting enough listens. They're like not, like, if you don't know, you don't know, but I know, and I found them. And they were so nice to be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, I don't care. Like, absolutely. Like the answer was like, we've never been turned down from the music. We were always told yes. Even when we did a small stint of like just a general gaming podcast, MDK was cool with us using Press Start, which is a banger of a song.
I still listen to it.
Great. Like, it's such a good song. You know, it's, we were very lucky. I think very lucky and very honored as two random friends just reaching out to people who were just as passionate about Final Fantasy 14 at, you know, during this time, and saying, hey, listen, we love this game, we love what you're doing, we want to use it to help us do what we love to do. Would you be okay with that? And them saying yes was just so cool. So I you know, if you're not invited, like if I leave today and you're doing a podcast, if you do not invite people who do music onto your show in the community, you are doing the community a disservice. If you're not reaching out to people who only have 1,000 listens on a banger of a song on YouTube, invite them on your show. Get more people to listen to them, because they are artists who putting in work, even though they're inspired by the game. You're inspired by the game to talk about it. They're inspired by the game to create art for it. Even though, yes, we can say that Maelstrom Radio is a art form. it's like
Dribble just like
It's avant-garde.
it's very like an avant-garde like public piece. Like it's probably going to be gone in like 2 months, but it's here now.
it's like similar. It's similar art to the guy that took the banana and like just threw it up in the museum.
That's great.
Yeah, it's like that. What we're saying is Maelstrom Radio is the banana in the middle of a museum.
Fair. Before we go too much further, this did bring up a memory from an episode we did way back when. Again, one that we researched, we prepped, we had links, we had videos, we had music, all done. Peter probably remembers this, but we did a whole series of episodes on music in Final Fantasy, and one of them we dedicated to Soken.
That's very true.
And the reason why this pops up is because when we did that episode, we found we somehow found in the middle of nothing this completely unhinged video that he had made, and it didn't exist anywhere.
The pencil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it didn't exist anywhere except some like Windows movie or Windows Media Player file that we somehow found somewhere.
On
I
the
was, like,
internet.
I think I still have it
searching
somewhere,
now.
but
It's lost to time. Here's the thing.
yeah, it was one of those things like it happened at them in the moment and then it's gone.
Here's the best part is if you go look up the history of Soken or like a Soken wiki, they talk about that video. That video is known, but you cannot find. They even say, "Oh, that video's lost to time. You can't find it." But people knew it existed, right? Because it only really existed in Japan because it was made specifically for the Square Enix store, like to sell these like dumb pencils. Like it was like I don't think it was like you buy the pencils. It was one of those like you got Square Enix points, buy these pencils. I'm like, okay. And Soken's in his underwear at one point during the video. There's a lot. You see a lot of Soken. It's a whole thing. He rustles himself. It's crazy. It's like a fever dream for pencils. That's what it is. But it's the most Soken thing ever. So
and we found it and we had it and it was great.
It was fantastic. So if you ever find that video, please, because I don't know if we'll ever find it again. It might be just lost. If I could find it, I would make a rogue YouTube and just upload it. So
I don't know if I have it still. That would be very. If we have it, we'll get it out somewhere. But
we'll get it out somewhere if we can find it. We'll have to do some searching for it. Like I'm sure the internet has it, but if
it was hard to find.
If we went to Final Fantasy 14 subreddit and asked, they'll probably just yell at us. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, we just don't go to there.
So we have this show's gonna. You have anything else? I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say the same thing you have. We have more to talk about, but it's good.
Yeah.
Wait, before we like switch topics, take an intermission, do whatever. I got one more thing.
Okay.
Blurt out some more guests that you were happy to have. Like you talked a lot about like
All
bigger
of them?
names. Well, no, but like who stands out?
I couldn't name all of the guests that we've had this year because my memory is not that great for that. So like I know I will definitely miss people.
Hold on, I have a history. Deja Vudi is one.
We did have.
I think she might still
That
be
was
streaming right now. She's been doing like this birthday
she is
streamathon
not-
that's going on for
but,
like
yeah.
days and days. You
Yeah,
see
I
her
think
on
it's
and
still
like
going.
it's just her little avatar like sleeping with a blankie on. It's very cute.
We had surprisingly we had Vegan Pete on back in 2021.
The list.
The infamous list. The most hated tier list in Final Fantasy 14 history, which still fantastic, by the way.
If I could throw out some favorites, Kami Jace. He's been on
Kami
a
Jace,
few
every time
times,
we've had
and
him.
he's always like,
Our-
you guys always
With
go into
Tibian?
like real deep, weird conversation with
I
Kami Jace.
love Kami Jace. Love it. Like talk about someone who like love being on his show and he loves being on our show. Like that's such a. I would again in the future love to continue that as well because I think would be great.
He's got a lot to talk about all different games.
Of course, Anonymous.
Yeah, and Sarah when they
yeah,
together and separately when they bust out their lore knowledge for us.
both friends and of the show and of us as people. You know, we had the Warriors of Lust on, of course.
Yes, that was delightful.
And we had Callie on before that.
Callie on before that. You know,
Fiddleback. There was like a time where I was like, there was a time where I was trying to like find like non-Final Fantasy guests and trying to find ways to like fit them into the show. And I'm like, how about this guy that like knows a lot about like tabletop gaming and does a podcast about words.
And I honestly would love to do it again. 100% would do it again. Because Fiddleback was a great. If you want a show that seems out of the scope of Maelstrom Radio, but still a great listen, go listen to the Fiddleback episode. You will learn of words and have a fun time doing it.
Yeah, and his podcast, the GM Word of the Week, is such a good show. Such like pleasant listening.
Emmy, of course, been on multiple times.
Yes, she's
you know, Fruity Snacks, Fisher Fruity, of course.
Yeah, that was fun. The Steam Machine dudes.
Oh,
Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton. Oh my God, yeah, such much love to Dalton, of course. My God. I have them all like listed here. Raisna, can't forget Raisna.
I mean, technically, like, was he? Well, I guess he was Heals You a guest on the podcast, or
no?
Made him...
I don't think we've ever had him on. Oh no, I don't think he was on the podcast.
So,
I thought he was on like an episode once, but maybe
Heals You on an episode.
No, he was because he did like a Dark Souls
retrospective.
Okay.
Yeah. So definitely,
like somehow you roped him into guiding you guys through the whole playthrough of Dark Souls.
He would, and the funny thing is, he would do a complete run through of what's the one that came out recently, or at least within the last
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. He 100% would run us through Elden Ring, like 100%. Like he would complete that.
We were waiting for better computer at that point. That's why we never did it.
Oh, that's right. We all right.
Now I have it.
Wasn't
here.
Pin in that, by the way. That one might come. That
another
might be a
gigantic game. But then with Elden Ring,
I don't think it's big as Baldur's Gate. I think that one's doable.
But with Elden Ring now, there's like better connectivity.
There's actually a mod for multiplayer where you can actually all play together at one time,
and
so you don't have to.
And assholes can't just like jump in your game.
Yeah, the mod makes it possible. Yeah. And Heals You, you know, shout out Heals You, the MVP of Maelstrom Radio, like truly.
And we did do 13 streams of Baldur's Gate, which I was surprised. Like,
yeah,
and like I think we all really want to keep playing that game, but it just, you need to devote so much time, because playing it in like the little chunks that we were playing it just wasn't like enough time to get into like the real meat of things.
Yeah. Well, you know, if we can find a way to,
if all of us had like 2 weeks off that we just devote to like streaming it, like no-lifing it.
We'd no life like Baldur's Gate and do like nothing but 10-hour streams.
Yeah, put a pin on that. We have done that before where we've had time off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you guys did It Takes Two. You did like big chunks of that.
True.
Yeah, we did big chunks of that, but that was over a weekend.
That was also
Labor Day weekend.
Also easily doable. Because I know a lot of this.
There's too many big games that.
We should go back and play that again.
We've had Mione. We've had.
We had Talon.
We had Safe.
Talon. It's been a long time since.
And Bahamut, I think.
Talon's been in the Maelstrom.
And yeah, Talon.
A co-host from his other show, the Wild
Cap. Talon Broadbent, who was a Final Fantasy 14 streamer, had Talon Teaches, and yeah, Bahamut was on once. That's true. Moon Baboon.
We need to go back. I think we should play that again.
So
swap roles.
It's true. Talon who later on became my co-host for the WoW Nightcap. Still, you know, like still knowledgeable about Final Fantasy, fun to talk to. Someone who tried to, and I think still does, like has probably one of the best natured people I know. Like he's very
his motto is gaming politely, and he's like just a nice person.
Just a nice person, and such a fun chat, like just fun to talk to, fun to be around, like, you know, no matter what game it is, like just having him, like regardless if he's talking about World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, like he's it's a good time. So
another stream that comes, or another podcast that comes to mind, this was ages and ages and ages ago. Remember your time with Justin Moore, formerly of Rainbow Arcade?
Oh yeah.
You guys were so excited to have like a big cool guest, and there were so many technical difficulties.
It just still a great show. I think still a fun show. He was super.
Is he one of the founders of Rainbow Arcade?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I know I think he works for Twitch now.
He now works for Twitch. That's very correct. Yeah.
He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. And then like I can't remember what was it, AM PM or Get and Go, like so one gas station, like like really, like he loved the gas station so much that they started creating Pride. Was it Come and Go? It might be Come. Oh.
That would fit.
Let's make sure Come and Go is like their actual gas station. Is that it? A gas station? Is that a thing?
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. KUM and Go. Yeah. Yeah. That was it. And they created he got in talks with them, and they created a whole. They genuinely created a Pride merch line. Worth him, and it was done in sincerity. It wasn't done because we're like, you know, brand trying to make money off Pride Month. Like it was like, hey, I don't think it was even Pride Month yet. They just started working on it and creating it. Yeah. So like he was like, hey, I'm happy to work with Come and Go. And I was like, all right, like that's cool. Like you can make a change in a company that, like, so.
I think we want to start wrapping up so we can take our break, but there was one other highlight. There's one other highlight that I think is one of our crowning achievements of all of Maelstrom Radio. And it's when we got a Twitter follower.
Is it Butterfinger?
No. Although Butterfinger was also good. Oh, wait. Did we actually ever get the other one?
Which one?
Was it DiGiorno?
Oh, we got DiGiorno.
yeah. That was our crowning achievement.
we got two crowning achievements. We got DiGiorno and Butterfinger.
They noticed us.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, DiGiorno like naturally followed us too. Like that was like
you asked Butterfinger.
Yeah, I asked Butterfinger. Butterfinger's like, I got you. DiGiorno was like, bros, we love Respec. I was like, all right, cool. Right on, love it. But yo, delivery, no, DiGiorno. Not a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah, so that's a perfect time to roll into our little mission. Go air fry yourself a DiGiorno pizza.
Yeah, go air fry a pizza.
I wish.
Give us let's say a few minutes. The second half of the show,
we're gonna start talking about some of what the new stuff that we're gonna be getting into.
I think the second chunk will be shorter than the first chunk.
It'll be short.
Stick around.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Yep. Get up, stretch
your leg, get a drink,
get some water,
go to the bathroom,
use the bathroom,
pet your dog.
Pet your dog.
Peter, do you have a landline in your office?
No.
Nope. Don't answer.
It's the ghost.
Disconnected that.
It's the ghost phone. Ghost. Fortunately, it's the ghost phone. For those of you who may be just joining us, if you know, in Maelstrom Radio lore, Quinn and I, when our these bodies that went to the void,
That's true. We came back though.
yeah, we came back, but unfortunately, we came back with a void
Whole
phone.
snake.
That's and a whole snake. And while whole snake is wholesome, void phone sucks. Void phone's haunted. It's pretty much a straight shot line to the dead. So usually when it goes off, usually means someone from the other side is calling us.
And I don't know anything about this one. Last time, Moonbrita called in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
oh, boy,
Something about slapping cheeks.
She wanted to clap.
God.
She wanted to clap
Yeah,
cheeks. She wanted to clap cheeks.
Yeah, she was very inappropriate.
Well, she was spicy. even in her incorporeal face, she wanted to clap some cheeks. we better answer this phone, or else it's gonna be a bad time. So
Do you get charged
Handed
for
me
ghost
Raider
phone?
Billy.
Do they call collect?
I don't know. No one's ever sent me a bill, so I'm not gonna start asking now. Honestly,
I feel like you should disconnect it after today.
I gotta bury it somewhere. So I can't, because anytime I try to send it away from us, it comes back. So, but I feel like if we end this,
Maybe
Or
we, can mail,
boomerang.
maybe we can mail it to Mookle Go Around.
they don't want it.
Here, Paul. Here, Chili. Have this haunted object.
Yeah.
They don't
Good
want
luck.
it.
Bye.
Good luck. Bye. All right, let's go ahead and answer it. So hello.
Bad idea.
Yep. Hello. Okay, wait. Hi. Okay. Here. Hi. Hello. Who's calling? Who's calling? What was? I'm sorry. What was that? Hello. We all heard that, right?
Hello.
Hello. Is that Robon's left arm? Robon's left arm, are you calling? Is that you? Okay, that is. He can't.
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best. He can't really talk. All he can do is really slap and clap the ground. I get it. I'm sure
he's just
it'll be fun.
Try to clap his own palm.
Yeah,
guess.
like a one-handed clap. You know, when you do this, so you can clap. I can do that. I don't know about anybody else, but clap. Yeah, clap. Yeah,
Okay.
he agrees. All right. So, hi, Robon's left arm. How are you? How's it going? Hope you're okay. How you doing? Okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Is that good or bad?
Sploosh. I guess.
I didn't know
Well,
that Robon's severed left arm knew about Maelstrom Radio.
We don't know who the problem is with the ghost phone is that we don't know who's on the other line. It's kind of like collect calling, except we're accepting the charges and we don't know where the bill goes. And
Yeah, but
or it's
the people
like
that call the ghost phone,
Hostage our
they know
souls.
they're
Or is
getting
it-
in touch with Maelstrom Radio, right?
or is it like jail, but all the lines go lead here?
Peter.
What?
Are we the wizards?
Maybe.
Because they keep trying to get in touch.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it. Finally, the mystery's been solved.
232 episodes, we figured it out.
Get in touch with your wizard.
It was us the whole time. Well, son. Well, all right. Well, let's. I mean, why we have Robon's left arm here? Let's ask some questions.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, for Robon's left arm, are you a fan of the Maelstrom Radio pod? How did you like? Are you a fan of us? All right.
Show slaps.
I'm not sure what that
The thing
means.
is, it slaps. No, he's
That's what the kids say.
That's the kids say. He's
Oh.
hip.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
Robin's left arm. Why?
how would you describe your experiences post severance? Oh, okay.
Good.
Fair
Sounds pretty happy about it.
Not bad. I don't think he's
It's
bad.
been what, like a decade almost?
Yeah, it's almost, yeah.
I mean, Robon's adjusted okay.
Yeah, Robon's okay. Maybe he's happy for Robon.
He's living his best life.
Yeah.
Afterlife.
Quinn, you have any questions for him?
Like, are you facing any, like, what sort of like challenges are you facing now that you're just an arm?
Crisis severed arm.
Aww.
Aw.
That's the,
Yeah. Aw, bud. It's okay. We get it.
Well, do you have any like unique skills or talents because you're now all on your own?
Oh, he can,
Yeah, I guess he gets real good at that.
yeah, he gets really
I
good at
wonder
fist
if we could
bumping.
get him one of those,
Rest
get him one of the
Robon's-
glow sticks.
Robon's left arm is haunting New Jersey.
I feel like you should get one of those glow sticks so he can cheer.
Oh, it's true.
All that fist pumping, I mean,
Yeah.
probably a real swole arm still.
He could probably hold all three colors in one fist.
It's challenging.
Ladies,
Yeah, he's
Howard.
got a meaty paw.
men, I don't know. Damply pot.
Oh, oh no, is Damply Pod or Meaty Paws a good, better show name?
No, I like Damply Palm.
So
Into a CD shop near you.
yeah. How has the Final Fantasy 14 community's reaction to you've been like? Ooh, all right, sexy.
Well, all
Yeah,
the fist pumping.
Yeah, sensual bicep.
So, given that, like, would you, if you had the option, would you try to be reattached to Robon, or are you just okay as is?
Oh,
I guess he's doing all right on his own.
yeah, he's flexing on him.
He's a strong, independent
Also,
left arm.
Who knew he's so hip with the kid lingo?
Yeah. Oh. I mean, it was nice.
Robon's art has learned a lot in 7 years.
Yeah, and I mean, it was nice for him to take the time to cross over to have this little chat with us.
Yeah.
Do you have
I
any
mean,
words of inspiration you want to leave us with, or with everyone in AORZ, I guess?
Or
For
arm amigo.
for arm.
Well, Quentin's dead.
For arm amigo.
Well, I guess maybe that's our show title.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
be careful. We're just gonna kill Peter here.
Yeah, arm amigo. That's what he's, right? Just real quick, Robon's left arm. You said for arm amigo, right? Yeah, arm amigo. Sure
Arm
enough,
amigo.
arm amigo. Real quick, hey,
Does he know that, like, we made Alamigo free? Like,
Oh no,
Doesn't know.
he left
Probably.
well before that.
Yeah.
who knows? Yeah.
He's still fighting.
Oh
the
yeah,
fight.
no, okay. No, he switched him. Squished him good. So
we want to keep him too long.
I know, but I have one more question. Robon's left arm. Did Robon ever have like a little pet name for you or anything like that?
Hello, I'm Robon's left arm, also known as Little Beef.
Little beef. Little beef. Who knew? It's funny because I call my left arm Terry Pratchett. So, but oddly enough, my right arm's called Slim Jim. So.
Not gonna ask on that one.
Chili has found warmth for 2 hours. I'm glad, Chili. Chili,
Unlike
Chili
Rob on
up
left arm.
Yeah, around. Yeah. So, like as Susan was saying, you know, do you have any
I don't want
word?
to keep them too long.
You don't keep them too long.
Rather let
Yeah.
them go back to wherever.
Yeah. So, do you have any words of inspiration for Quentin and I for our new podcasting endeavor? You know, like any, you know, what, you know, any like words of wisdom or like.
Yeah, I mean, for Armamigo was so inspirational.
Yeah, like you have anything that could really inspire us, or like some tips or tricks or something that really we could carry on in the future of what we're gonna do.
Mortis.
Oh, okay, Mortis. Okay, well, all right.
Sorry, I'm sorry. What was that?
Mortis.
Mortis.
Maybe he really liked the Faith the Unholy Trinity playthrough.
Maybe he
Telling us to
did.
die.
He's watching the streams.
Yeah, I guess so. Like Robot's left arm, are you still there? No, Mortis. I think he's gone.
Good.
I think
It told us to and die.
Oh no, wait, no. Are you still there? Are you still there?
Mortis.
No, he's gone. He's dead. All right. I think we're losing you.
Mortis. No, you said Mortis.
That's a different stream.
That's all right. Well, Robot's left arm, I think we're losing you. I think. All right. Bye, buddy. All right.
He's probably waving.
Bye. Yeah, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know.
Just like in the podcasting world, we can't tell if you're not making sounds.
Yeah, we can't tell. Yeah, sorry, bud. Unfortunately. So I guess appropriate for the last ghost phone of Maelstrom Radio, Robon's left arm, everybody. There were to think of all the dead people we didn't talk to. Little beef. More of this. If that damn phone falls, us to the new thing.
I think we need to get an exorcist at that point.
We gotta quit podcasting.
Maybe it'll just have a new ringtone.
Don't
no.
Don't put that juju on us.
Oh no.
That's how you do that.
I'm surprised Susan hasn't made this her ringtone yet.
It used to be.
It was
right?
my ringtone for quite a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Chili has reminded us all to hydrate.
Thank you, Chili. I'm gonna drink
I
some
still
water
have
right
many
now.
beverages.
If anything, you know, if we're gonna get rid of this phone, maybe we'll just do one of these.
Maybe in solidarity we all drink with our left hands.
Okay, I am right now. Why we do that?
The power of rice compels you.
The power of rice compels you.
Okay, we're good.
Yep.
Wasn't that from Dinosaurs?
It was.
Yeah, we did pick that up from Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Although you're just going to announce the new podcast, Radio Maelstrom. Should I spend my points cash out right now? Your points will still be valuable in the future. Don't worry. The channel's not going anywhere.
Question mark. I mean, are they valuable?
Valuable
now?
as any fake internet points are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ours are more special though because they're
someday
ours.
we'll figure out things to redeem them on.
Yeah. We'll find things. We'll find some things.
Yeah, and you can redeem them.
You can redeem.
I guess it's. I guess that's kind of a good way to start into it. Like we are breaking out into new things. Maelstrom Radio is ending. This is our final episode, but it's not necessarily the last that you will see of us.
Yeah, it's definitely not the last.
Or hear
it's not
of
the
us.
last podcast.
Or hear of us.
No.
Ask me anything. Ooh, that's interesting. Was this question worth spending pretty much all my banked points on this channel? No.
That's all you have? Aw,
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna go with it.
470,000 points. I have nothing to do with them.
I
don't want to hear
490,000.
any unfunny side duck jokes.
It'll leave 666 followers on the table.
Well,
Speaking of,
I'll play a soundboard thing for you. Just tell me what you want
So-
to play, and I'll play it for you.
I think one of the things that one of the things that we do want to make the year. This channel's not going anywhere. This Sunday there will still be a community stream. Still going to be around. Just not the same.
So
the games are still gonna be trucking for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of.
Yeah. So even though I think this Sunday is your last Sunday for community games,
possibly, most likely.
And I've already have something in the wings just if you're not going to be doing a Sunday thing. Susan and I already have the backup thing.
I've been
most of December I will not be
I've
there.
been
So you're good to
voluntold.
go.
Yeah, Susan's been voluntold that modded Minecraft will be up and running.
I still don't know if I
as
like
long as
Minecraft.
You will like
fish.
You will like modded Minecraft a lot better than you will like vanilla Minecraft. So
is everyone gonna have big tits?
No,
that kind of modded Minecraft.
No, there's quest, like there's actually a quest guy that walks you through the game. So like you'll
Is his dick out?
If you download a character with that, I guess you can download a skin if you want that.
As if you're a villager.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, their nose, they kind of look like Squidwards. Boobcraft. You will like Minecraft. You will like Minecraft. You will like it.
Yeah, like
this channel's not becoming a Minecraft channel.
No.
Oh my god, imagine that. Surprise everyone! Minecraft podcast!
Minecraft Radio.
It's still MR.
Although it would be very popular. The amount of popularity we would hit.
It'd be like kids. Like we'd have like 11-year-olds.
Susan, do you know how much money Minecraft makes for people that stream Minecraft? Do you know how much money?
Is it fun?
Yeah, it's fun. Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you, Susan. Here, I don't get the whole open world thing. Like I can understand it, but yeah,
it is.
Like I know there's like a ton of things to do, but there's like nothing to do.
There is. There's an end. There's a goal in Minecraft. There is an end boss in Minecraft.
I think it's one of those things of like if it's for you, it's for you, and if it's not for you,
it's
then...
like Zelda. Thank you. It is exactly like Zelda.
I never played any Zelda games.
No, it's not like Zelda. There's a few things that Zelda does that it does not.
True, but it is somewhat like Zelda.
You also can't fall and die into the nothing.
Not some Zeldas you can.
That's true. That is fair.
So there's Zelda Light. There we go. It's just like Zelda. No, modded Minecraft.
Like
so Susan and I will be playing all the mods 9. I think Susan will have a better time with all the mods 9. There's a lot more in there for Susan to enjoy, and it's a little more guided for Susan, which I think is part of the problem with vanilla Minecraft, is that you're just placed into a world and that's very overwhelming. So you're like, what do I do? Like punch wood. Why?
Achievement get.
Yeah. No, this one is very like there's some guiding to it, and like there's.
You can't believe it's not Zelda.
Yeah, that's it. That's probably closer to what Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft is popular. It's the most downloaded and most popular game in the world. So it's popular for a reason. So, okay, fine. It's like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, just
honestly,
like Baldur's Gate.
Probably closer to. It's like Baldur's Gate.
What's his name?
It's Baldur's Gate without the romance option.
In the mod that I have, there's an option for like romancing things if you want to go down that route. So if you want to go do that, you can.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are very close to sandbox Zelda games.
Yeah.
You could call them sandbox Zelda games, and it would not be incorrect.
True. But
yeah, so while putting this away for the rest of the year, there might be some Minecraft streams.
There's probably and Susan will enjoy them more than normal Minecraft. So because a lot of it is like she'll see. I don't want to spoil it for her. Yeah. I think I want her to actually find out and have fun.
Maelstrom Radio. No, it's Minecraft.
Minecraft Radio. Minecraft. Minecraft Radio.
Yeah.
So no. Do we want to tell them what it is, or do we want to tell them the new name first? Like, what do you want to do? Like, you want to tell them?
Like, I was gonna say we kind of talked about this earlier in the first half, and like we have a lot has changed in the last 7 years that we've been doing this. We have grown as people. We have grown as creators. We have grown in other ways. We've gone through a lot of different things. We've had various issues and resolutions with mental health over the years. And our tastes have changed. The way that we do
There's
things
a
has
friendly
changed.
reminder to take your meds if you haven't already today.
It's good. I need those lately. But like we have, there's a lot of things that have changed for us over time. There's a lot. Priorities have changed. Like our time zones have changed. It's a lot harder for us to get together for some of these things. Just
Work
there's
schedules, like
yeah, like work schedules, and what was the other one that I was just thinking of? Apparently, mine's going. That's another one. But like the things that we do have changed, and we really enjoyed 7 years ago Final Fantasy, and that's not to say that we don't enjoy it now, but it's not the same way that we originally were involved with it, and we've just it's something that we've grown out of, and that's not a good or a bad thing. It's just what happened. So that's why like we were talking a little while, and we thought that we've done a lot of really good things, a lot of fun things, a lot of cool things over the years on this channel with this show, and at some point it's not that we don't like doing this. It's really fun doing this, getting together, talking, but at the same time, it's not something that we are as passionate about. And we kind of went back and we're talking, what can we do? Like, what is it that we actually want to do? What is the thing that drives us? What makes it fun for us? And we found a few different things, which we'll get to in a moment. But overall, it's time for us to change.
Like at the end of the day, like you're not doing a podcast because you're trying to be like famous content creators or impress people or whatever. Like
if we were,
you're
we'd be doing Minecraft.
You're doing it because you want to have a conversation with your friend and you want other people to hear it and you want to have fun and be entertaining and have interesting conversations.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, just saying that alone, like, I think some of the most fun, not to say that some of the things we've done on Maelstrom Radio have not been fun. That's not what I'm saying at all. But for Quentin and I, as creators of the show and what we're trying to create, some of the most fun we have had doing a podcast have been the bonus rounds.
Yep.
And
another part of it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
As another part of it for me is that it's a little bit not necessarily confusing, but it gets a little bit more complex when we're doing this on Twitch as well, because we are doing a show live on Twitch. Hi, everybody.
Live?
And we have to kind of go through all of this, but then we also play games on this channel. And the times when we are streaming the podcast are also times when we could have played games together. So like, again, with that scheduling, we have a lot less time to do things together, which is something that I kind of miss over the last 7 years. We don't get to game often. Unless we have scheduled it out like Thursdays. So taking a step back, not doing this podcast does give us that flexibility and gives us more time that we can spend doing the thing we like, playing games together.
Yeah. So,
and I
was gonna say, and if you didn't remember the pinpoint that I made, that part of this was that the crux of Maelstrom Radio was two friends talking about games they love, or a game they love. Part of that was the two friends playing the games they love.
And when the two friends don't have enough time to play games together,
so
it's hard to talk about games.
Yeah. So that makes it difficult for us to to talk about, again, the thing we're passionate, we want to be passionate about. So we want to make sure that Quentin and I still have a friendship outside of it. Like if we do. Yeah, we do. And part of what made this so special, like Maelstrom Radio so special, is because we had that friendship going into it. And not that we don't have a friendship outside of Maelstrom Radio. We want to make sure that we still have a friendship and we're not growing apart. We're spending time with each other as friends.
And when neither one of you is really playing Final Fantasy 14, and then that's supposed to be the glue of the show. That means it's just not the right.
It's loose
show.
glue right now. It's thin
Loose
glue.
Another episode title right there. So, like, that is to say, like, we are moving on to different things and that we want to look into next year and other avenues for us to explore and see different things. One of those is, hey, maybe we get to game more together. Maybe it'll be on stream, maybe not. But in the things that we want to do, like Peter was saying, Chile, I can read French. So
Chile is
now I've
hilarious
lost my
at this
train of
point.
thought.
Chili might be hilarious. It's true.
So part of this is like we wanted to go back and figure out like why did we like doing this podcasting? What do we like talking about? What are the parts when we have most fun, and what are the parts that are most fun when we talk with other people? Like some of our most memorable moments on Maelstrom Radio are when we get really passionate about a topic. You get Peter started on a rant about why guilds and gaming suck, and like you have hours of content right there alone. So there are some things that we're still really, really interested in that we want to talk about, and we're trying to figure out what we want to do with that. So along those lines, we're kind of shifting around some of our priorities and moving some points over to other places and just like generally changing up what we're doing. So what are we doing, Peter?
Safe wants to know, why do guilds suck?
So guild management, yeah, we're going to that. Guild management sucks in most games. So yeah, guaranteed we'll talk about that at some point.
Well, it's sad that certain games that are older than a decade that have done it right, still no one's copied that about them. And I'm not talking about World of Warcraft either.
Nope.
Sadly.
Salty that EverQuest is the best guild system.
So what we're doing, and it's a good segue, is that we're going to be talking about MMOs and geeking out about those, on gaming topics that are somewhat niche with inside MMOs and video games. The point of the future of this is that, when we recorded those bonus rounds, we turned on the mics. We probably didn't have show notes. It was just like, hey, this is the topic, and we shot off.
Yeah, we had topics.
We had a topic, and we shot off like a rocket. And it could have gone on. They went on longer than Maelstrom Radio episodes because we had plenty to talk about. Not to say that this won't be a little more structured and make sure we have time for things outside of that. We want to talk about MMOs, and we want to start talking to still continue to talk to people in Final Fantasy. And we're saying that we're not stepping, like we still want to be able to talk to Chili and Paul and everybody that we've mentioned today, but we want to be able to talk to not only each other about MMOs, but
we don't want to do it through a Final Fantasy lens either. Like we're not looking for Final Fantasy creators. We're looking for people who are interested and are passionate about what they do.
Want to have to like find a way to pigeonhole a guest into a Final Fantasy
show.
Trying to find some way to like bridge the gap or whatever. Like we want to
we don't have to
unrestricted to talk about any game.
We don't want to wait for like Josh. I'm just throwing out a name. I'm not saying he's a guest on the show.
Stop throwing out names. Stop throwing out the names.
I'm not going to say like big time MMO reviewer X. Wouldn't talk to us on our Final Fantasy 14 pod. I'm not saying that, but it would make more sense on a show where Quentin and I are more passionate about the conversation and have more ways to break up and have ways of navigating the conversation around not just Final Fantasy, but EverQuest and World of Warcraft and Guild Wars 2. Black Desert Online and everything in between that. Monsters and Memories, for example. We want to talk about these niche. We even have the Embers Adrift.
We need to get back into Embers Adrift.
Yeah, even Pantheon, even with the ups and downs Pantheon has had over the last couple months.
Bring back Blooper.
But like even with the issues Pantheon's had in the last couple months, like they've turned things around. They've apologized to their community. They stopped the 247. Like there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about with Quentin
and having like a show where you could have an episode like getting into the real nuts and bolts about what's going on with that and like the different sides of opinions people have about it, because I think it's
we could have a whole show of Peter trying to convince me that Fortnite's an MMO.
Technically.
I mean, it is like that's the weird part, but
it is.
Like,
but
it gives us that.
Is Fortnite a cozy game?
Yes.
Technically,
well,
yes.
It depends probably on the mode.
It depends on your mode. So it depends on your mode. Minecraft is.
Well, we can talk about it later. Minecraft. Well, that depends on your mode too.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can get like your head bitten off by a zombie, that's not cozy.
Zombies are not what you are scared of in Minecraft. It's the creepers.
It's like, but even then, creepers aren't that bad anymore. They're just they've.
Yeah, but if you hear one, you're like,
they don't do as much damage. They're fine.
Creepers are the green guys.
Yeah, they're the green guy. They go.
Yeah, the ones that explode.
Yeah, but if you get a cat, they stay away.
Oh, okay.
So
that is to all say with this a very long segue into our next project, I guess.
Yeah. So it took us a while to get to a name. One, because most
we went
things
through so many.
One, a lot of things are taken. Two, we found we think we landed on something that I think felt right for the three of us. We kind of landed on something that we think felt right and still allowed us to say MR. So the new
that was not one of our criteria. We had a lot of non-MR names. It just happened to work out, and
it makes me happy
cool.
that it's still MR.
It's
all of our stuff is
Forearm
like
Amigo.
Forearm Amigo.
I didn't even get that.
Yeah, Forearm Amigo.
I got the four. I got the four.
Yeah, forearm Amigo. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Robon's left arm just keeps on giving.
He really does.
MMO Radio. Yeah, no, MMO Radio is going to be the side project where it's just a music stream.
It's just a music stream. Yeah, it's just about music and MMOs.
Okay, you can't see it and you can't hear it, but that's sarcasm for people who are not. Yeah. We're not doing an MMO radio show.
No, I mean
and I'm sure like every kind of handle MMO probably take it.
Yeah, like you'd have to do something so weird off the sounds MMO soundscapes. Like what are those pure moods? MMO pure moods? Like that would be the podcast name.
I would like if there was like a pure moods MMO version album. I'm down for that.
I'll make you one on Spotify and link you to it. Yeah,
you know it still fits. We can still do ASMR.
Damn it. No, the new name for the new project is called MMO Respec.
We're shifting it up. We're changing our points.
Yeah. MMO Respec is a show where we're gonna. So the tagline that we came up with was that it's a conversation with a.
Wait.
Before I get to that, okay.
Yeah, but before you get to that, Peter says this is a tagline that we came up with, but that's kind of a lie. It is the tagline that we are using.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a tagline that we came up with. We were having a conversation a while ago about what we wanted to do and what really made us interested in creating content and just having fun and enjoying discussions. And while we were having this conversation, he said this. And it was one of those things of like, wow, that actually like gets down to the essence of what we kind of want. And we wrote that down as the tagline. This is not a tagline we came up with. This is just raw Peter talking and happened to get a really, really good sentence. So
one good sentence after 232 episodes.
I mean, not that the other sentences aren't good, but it's just it's captured everything so well.
Yeah, so it's a conversation with a passion for MMOs, but a love of video games. And that really set home like what we want to do. We want to be able to navigate the world of MMOs, because one thing I think Quentin and I can agree about is that MMOs as a genre, you know, is becoming very niche, right? Like the big ones are still big because they're around and they're going to be around for a little bit. And
Request 2 just sent me an email about their 20th expansion.
Exactly. And they're taking it to the skies, baby. Taking it to the skies. You know, and we look at like World of Warcraft, and they've announced three new expansions, and they're trying to do MCU style like storylines and they're probably the future
season of Discovery out.
We have Monsters and Memories, which is a game that is it's in the making. It's in the making, and you know, surprisingly, the community found the video that we posted of my stream of it, and like had nothing to like. I had no idea. Like we only knew because our mutual friend of ours like posted it in our Discord. Like, hey, they posted this in the Monsters of Memories. Like, had no idea that even happened, and you know, I'm still following Pantheon, and you know, we would love to talk to you know,
yeah, any kind of like dev from any of the like
like
MMOs
any of the
in the
devs
making would be very cool to be able to
like
chat
there's a lot of potential here for us to chat with a lot of people, and not just those people, but us, like, you know, like us talking about like these games. Yeah, don't worry, we we got it. Yeah, Stream Elements, please. They just announced the new name.
The band Stream Elements from Stream. Just a moment.
Stream Elements, get out of here. It's Stream Elements is just doing its job. Don't worry, the job will change for it too. It's gonna sadly might come with us. But it allows us to be passionate about. Like Quentin's really passionate about Guild Wars 2, and we would love to talk about people who are talking and doing things in Guild Wars 2, right? And you know, for us, like we, you know,
we still have so much story to do in Guild Wars 2.
That too. Susan and I have a lot of stuff to.
And I really haven't even been back there since I did the. Like I unlocked all the map.
Yeah, I haven't unlocked all the map. I
unlocked all the map. I got my Halloween cloak, and then I was like, all right, bye.
Yeah. So you know,
I probably have an inbox full of dies.
Go ahead. You probably do.
No, I was gonna move on.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So like we've talked a lot about like what we're wanting to do with this, but it's not just. Hey, we're going to talk about different things. We are not basically Maelstrom Radio reskinned. There's a lot of things that we're going to do different here. So one of them is, unfortunately for all of you, we're not going to be streaming live on Twitch for the show. Twitch will still have game streams. Yes. Twitch is not going away. I will still be there in 2 days on Sunday for my stream. Hopefully this means that we'll actually be able to do more Twitch streams with games and more things that we can do and just hang out and have fun. But the actual podcast itself is no longer going to be on Twitch. Instead, we're still trying to figure out exactly what the cadence we want to do on this, but it is going to be recorded offline. It will be uploaded to all the regular podcast places, including YouTube, I believe. So you'll still be able to access it the same way as you would Maelstrom Radio normally. It will be a new channel. We will let you know when it comes out. Yes. But recording it offline gives us a lot more flexibility in what we'd have. One, we can control the quality a lot more. Twitch, as much as it's great, is not known for that. We can have a little more flexibility about when we do it. Right now, when we have things with, when we have guests or whatnot, like there's a 3-hour difference between Peter and I right now. If we have like Chili on, there's an 8-hour difference between myself and Chili. It's really hard to schedule things, and when we only record at a specific time, it makes it hard for us to get guests. So this also allows us to have a freedom of scheduling with our guests and making it easier for everyone involved to kind of get together. Mm-hmm. The other thing that it helps us out with is it kind of reduces the pressure of when we are talking, where we can be a little bit more specific about what we want to do. We can have notes. We can have a plan of what we want to talk. We can make sure that we are timed well. We don't have as many tangents. So a lot of the things that we'll do as well are a little bit more.
They'll still be tangents.
Oh yeah, it'll be tangents, but it'll be tangentially related to what we're talking about. Not hey, someone just says something in chat and we talk about that for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is great. So like it is going to be a little bit different from what we're doing today, but we hope that because we're doing this offline and releasing this on a more regular cadence, it should be a lot more interesting for you to listen to. It's not as interactive necessarily, but it's a lot more, I guess, not necessarily
Focused.
fun, but it's focused. But it's also Peter and I can show our passions a lot more when we are interested in what we're talking about and what we're doing, as opposed to, hey, we need to have a show at this time on this day. And I think the overall quality of what we want to put out for MMO Respec is going to be higher than what we do on Maelstrom Radio.
Mm-hmm. I think you hit the nail on the head with like how much more engaged we will be, because we've said it to each other, we on our own, no mics, like no live mics feeding it, just each other have just sat down and talked about MMOs just to each other. No recording.
Most of those conversations have an off mic because we're just having a chat.
Yeah, we're just having a chat. Well, the
existing podcast feed will not host the new show. There will be a new feed.
There will be a new feed. Yeah.
We will let you know in Discord. The Discord is going to stay the same, by the way.
Yeah.
We will rename it. We will rebrand it. This Twitch channel will get rebranded and redone. Same thing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all of
In
those.
there, just plop in our Discord.
Social medias may change. We'll talk about that later as well.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know on all the channels to make sure you can
gentle
follow.
Rollout of everything.
Yes. There's also a website. Don't worry.
Yeah. We're trying to do, a lot of the things that we did up front for Maelstrom Radio. I think we're redoing up front here to try to set this up. Again, it's not to make money. It's not to be popular. If it takes off, great, fantastic for us. We'll try to protect the baby as best as we can.
Though we did say this before the show off mic. If people are willing to pay us thousands of dollars, we will revive Maelstrom Radio as a Patreon only.
Yeah, that's true.
And they'll talk
like LBR.
They'll talk all about Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
They'll level up their island sanctuary. They'll do all
whatever you want. Yeah, you give us money, I'll do whatever the hell you want in Final Fantasy. I'll do ooh and talk about it.
Peter will collect all the parasols.
That's not even related to Final Fantasy. With my last bit of points, so I can be honest for a moment, I'm going to miss the show, but I'm glad for you guys, and I hope that MMO Respec goes great for you guys. I'm going to be unconscious shortly, but it's been fun. Note for everyone listening, Chili's going to sleep, Safe is going to sleep. Usually it's Chili. But it's been fun. Feels like the end of an era. I'm looking forward to even bigger, cooler things. Thank you, Safe. We hope we will be doing it as well.
Yeah, and Safe, that doesn't mean that you're not welcome on the new thing. I wish.
Oh, no, we're going to get Safe on the new thing, except instead of Final Fantasy, we're going to be getting him to rant about other things.
That's fine. Perfectly fine. Great with that.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure he'll be more interested in that.
Yeah. I'm still trying to travel home.
I like watching Safe when he was doing like Bayonetta streams. I'm like oddly interested in that game series. Like I don't want to play it, but I like hearing about it. Like it has weird lore.
It does have super weird lore. It's fun. I mean, God, I forgot I streamed Bayonetta. So, I think about, some of the things
did that, wasn't that baby Bayonetta game, was that any good? Did anyone play that? Didn't that come out on like the Switch or something?
It was like Bayonetta before she was an adult. She had like a wolf friend and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was like a whimsical like children's adventure.
Bayonetta 3. I don't know. Speaking of tangents,
it was like it was Bayonetta Origins to Raisin the Lost Demon.
There you go.
Is that real? Apparently, it exists. Safe.
It exists.
No, it's a real thing. It's called Bayonetta Origins to Raisin the Lost Demon. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a totally different like art style, and it was like a weird whimsical like
fever dream,
like dark fairy tale kind of thing.
Yeah, they got decent reviews. It looks like 4.9.
The show is a
5.
fever dream. I mean, you're not wrong. The show is a fever
The
dream.
show is a fever dream. Anyway, I digress.
Speaking of,
yeah, I know for us, not only do we amp up the quality, we want to amp up the quality, but like Quentin said, we want to be able to be flexible with guests. It's hard to schedule a guest at 9 p.m. Eastern on a Friday.
Well, and
yeah.
you want to be flexible with your own scheduling because sometimes it's hard to get us to be together at 9 p.m.
and recording offline allows us to sometimes have a few in the can and have it ready and and be able just to release it, and that gives us more time
when life happens.
When life happens, and two, to give us more time to focus here for streams and focus on our friendships and hang out with each other and hang out
for
walks and hang out with some of you as well. We would love to just to spend time with some of our friends offline and not on the stream as well.
I know, but we had a little like streak going where like we were just kind of like hanging out in Discord chatting with each other.
Yeah.
We were doing Guild Wars, wasn't it?
Well, even before that, it was
even
like,
before that, yeah.
Oh, when you did your unpacking stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you did unpacking.
There were times where like I just had my headset on while I was working and I plopped in chat and then it just turned into a couple people talking.
Yeah, and every once in a while I'll just show up and be like, I can't talk, but I can type. So there's, I also think about like I don't want to jinx it, but the potential of interviewees that we could have on the show that would be really fun to talk to them about. Like things like devs and YouTubers and writers and stuff like that. The MMO genre, although has become very niche, but there's a lot of cool things out there and a lot of cool people doing really interesting things that I would love to talk to them about. I would love to talk to the people doing the FFX Final Fantasy 11 Horizon server. I would love to talk to those devs. Like what is it like running an emulated server and like the trials and tribulations of doing something for free and still essentially dealing with an MMO community. Like you're doing this for free and you're not getting paid. And people are still mad at you. Like, what do you do? Like, because I've been in there and I'd be like, I've spoken up and be like, hey, they're doing this for free, right? Why are you yelling at them? They're like, I'm mad. I'm like, well, okay, yes, but they're also not doing this for money. So,
and then we also have a friend that's that popped into that Project 99.
There's Project 99, and like, even trying to get in touch with those people, I don't even know how that happens. Like, they're like they're
clandestine.
They you know what, they might just be I'm excited for the new thing. I hope if you choose to follow us there, please, we would welcome for all of you to be part of the audience. And if it's not your jam, that's cool too. We hope you enjoy
watch
it.
us play games.
Yes, please show up for those streams and do that. We hope you enjoy those. And of course, if it's not your jam, if this is that you were here for this and this is what you were here for, and then now this is going away, thank you. Truly, thank you for listening. If you were here from day one and you're here to day whatever this is, 232. I guess thank you, each and every single one of you listening. If you just found us this year, thank you, and if you just found us on this episode, I hope you like MMOs.
Welcome in. We have a large backlog.
What did Spotify say? 215 or something like that.
And it's quite possible, right? Like as people like move away from other podcasts and ebb and flow, right? They might jump in, like,
or people like just start playing Final Fantasy and then they get into like, I need to like get all the content about
all
Final
the content,
Fantasy.
yeah. So it's it is.
They'll have to kind of go back a ways though if they really want to find like Final Fantasy 14 like legit content on this podcast though.
So it is. We're excited for the future and what we're creating with the future of this, and in, something I heard recently is that, big things happen from small moments. I'm re-quoting it. I'm just adjusting the quote a little bit, but essentially the same thing. And I feel like this small.
Oh, I know what that's from.
Yeah. So it made sense to me because like I like
Dork.
the guy who's thanks. But it still makes sense because I think it's the small moment of Quinn and I saying, as friends, what do we want to do, and what would make us happy, and knowing
and I think
that
in turn that will make other people happy because
Yeah.
people want to hear a show.
Well, it'll be
where people
different.
are excited and having fun and having
Right.
like good conversations with friends and learning, like learning about new people, and I think it'll be good. I'm excited.
Yeah, and to answer a question, because I think someone, just in case, WoW Nightcap is still separate. Like, if I do talk about World of Warcraft, Talon is so welcome to come on to the new show and talk about World of Warcraft with us.
Will
that's
there
a
be
thing.
like a WoW Nightcap takeover episode?
I would say no, probably not. Because I think there's still going to be very different things, right? Like Talon and I, for WoW Nightcap, and for those of you that have never listened to WoW Nightcap is very WoW focused, but Talon and I are, when we came back to do Nightcap, we both agreed that we were going to be very honest about the company and their dealings, and we talked a lot about Kotick and Mike Ybarra, and don't want to bore you with it, but we're not necessarily fans of Kotick or Mike Ybarra, or we were happy with the merger because we're hoping for a better future for Blizzard and its employees. So thank you. So we hope you listen. And
I'm a guest on some episodes.
You are super guest Susan Sprinkle. Everyone's
Voluntold.
everyone's favorite guest Susan Sprinkle's on the one. And the answer is Susan, the producer of the new thing. Yes.
I feel like I will have less to produce. Like I'll just be like the guest getter, which is okay by me.
You'll have less to worry about with like a live show, right? Like you don't have to worry about
Thank goodness. Because that really is like the thing that stresses me out. Like trying to get Peter's ass in a seat on time is
a
hard
Behind
thing
the
to
scenes
do.
of Maelstrom Radio.
Yeah, my work life changed a lot, so and I got really busy. But hey, I got a promotion, so yay. Yeah, so yay. Which is fun. Like I think I talked about it on the show, but yeah, I got a promotion at the beginning of this year. It's been almost a year since I got the promotion already. So my life really the time does fly very quickly. And in that time, I became very busy, and like, before I left Florida, I was in I was in people leadership, but I was also in property management as well. So, and now I took a job that took me out of that, and I was just a normal employee, and I worked my way back up to people leadership, and not property management, but just people leadership in a different company, which I will not say. I'm not going to dox myself and tell you where I work. So my time has changed, and how much time I love.
Like how much free time you have
has changed, dramatically. But as I continue, like as I go into year 2 of this position, I've set up some really great standards for my team. I'm hoping to give some time back for myself, and part of what we're doing here is giving myself some time back so I can hang out with both my fiance and my best friend. So because
but which is which?
Interchangeable, really.
No, I don't have a ring. Come on.
Because one, they're both very supportive of me, and I want to support them and spend time with them, and not only in games, but able just to hang out with them as well. It's just, even if it's just sitting in Discord and talking. So I want to make sure that I have that time for them as well. That's part of this as well, is just making sure I get more time back in my daily life and my daily schedule that way. But we still wanted to do something. Like we felt the creative need to do something, and this is what we came up with. Again, so we hope you like it. We hope that the first 10 episodes aren't garbage and we throw those out like every new podcast is. Like, we don't throw out the first 10, but 11 is gonna fly. It's gonna really soar.
232 episodes of practice.
We have 232.
We had a lot we had a lot more episodes before that on other podcasts as well. It did not help.
Yeah, we've only gotten slightly better. So hopefully the next thing is really gonna take off. So.
It's gonna be good, bro.
Yeah, it really is. So I would say right now, join our Discord. I know it's been linked a few times. Please join our Discord. We will update you on everything. Yeah, we will update you on everything. If you're not in there already. As for social media, we're gonna be moving away from X, as it's known now. Twitter. I'll still be on there because I have a super secret risk game that gets played there. And until that game gets moved off to a different social media site, it'll still be there. And
cross promote on the Crucibles. I'll keep the Crucible and
keep them in the loop over there.
Informed.
Yes.
Or follow the Tumblr.
As we start to move away from whatever the X Twitter, as you start to move away from that, and we'll make sure that everything's tweeted out and linked and forwarded. We want to make sure that go ahead.
Did you know that like that X sound in some languages kind of pronounced like a sh? Yeah, just gonna leave it there.
Yeah, I know. So shh.
Like
don't
Twitter
tell me.
was never like great. But now it like really sucks.
Yeah.
But then the also bummer is that like now everyone is like fragmented into a whole bunch of different social networks and like, I mean, luckily we have our Discord that has a good chunk of folks in there, and
yeah,
we'll do our best to like spread the word. We have a Blue Sky now. We're on Tumblr.
But before we leave Twitter,
we
have our
YouTube.
So hopefully before we officially leave Twitter, we'll put one final go follow us here.
We will.
And then magic hands away. So
and then I'll nuke everything.
Yeah, I'll still be there. So like, and I told my these two that if there was a guest that happened to not be on any other social media and we needed to reach out, I'd be
concerned if they were only on that social media. I would have lots of
concern.
But they have to have an email address.
They should have email addresses. They should have, but just in case,
red flag.
Yeah, sometimes some people are just old. Some people are just old. They don't. Some people are just
we can fax them.
I would love that so much. If we had to go to like a grocery store and spend 10 cents to do a fax, or it's probably a quarter now. Who am I kidding? Oh no, inflation, probably $1. So
Staples, we'll send them a fax.
Chili redeemed to hydrate, and we also have a posture check.
Oh, thank you. I'm slouchy.
Yeah.
I kind of have to slouch because otherwise my head gets cut off.
So.
Yeah, that's
so.
My camera sucks, so I'm like all like mushed forward.
So yeah, just our link tree, our Discord. Follow us there if you want to stay in the loop for most things.
Yes, Void Cup.
And if you're our, if we're friends, you know where to find us. Like just message us.
Well, they're the ones that don't even like. Where's all the friends? Where's Sean? Why isn't he here?
His baby.
Sean is where
baby
Sean
can
is.
listen to the podcast.
So I don't know if that baby can listen to well, she's smart. No, she got Lindsay's intelligence. She's smart. She'll pick on things. She got Sean's love of Mexican food and Lindsay's smart. So so that baby's gonna go far in life. So baby can go to twitch.com. That's very true.
That's pretty much what we have of this new project so far.
Yeah.
Everything else we're keeping.
It's hush hush for now. Yeah, it's hush hush for now.
We don't have all the details yet. Like we're working on logos and art and fun
stuff. But that stuff is hush hush. Like we know what we're kind of aiming for, but we have an artist already locked up. We have an artist that's working with us right now.
Yeah, we're busy respecing.
We're busy respecing.
Yeah,
So
we're working on our talent trees.
You know when like a patch comes out and all the new stuff drops and you're like, ah, shoot, my spec doesn't work anymore. So you have to go and individually read every single thing and
Yeah,
figure out
we're
what
taking
did.
everything off all of our hotbars and we're redoing them.
yeah, it's gonna be good, bro.
Yeah.
Our class got nerfed, so
We're going into the internet best spec for X, not Twitter.
no, not for X.
No, not for X. Yeah, not Twitter. You're just Chili, just couch surfing hotel lobbies. Oh boy, Chili, buddy.
Yeah, Chili, the journey with Chili in our chat during the show and like in our Discord beforehand
Lack
is
of
like
journey.
crazy. Like I hope Chili like goes into full discussion about this on his next podcast episode because I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, it's Chili's having a real Odyssey night, like, and like Homer's the Odyssey, not like.
Not like Mario.
No, unfortunately. So before I think we officially say ta-ta, we have we want one, thank you all, but two, I think we want to thank a lot of people. So we want to make sure there's no like Oscar
We're
music.
gonna forget people.
No, we don't have a list, so
We don't have a list, so we're gonna forget people. And we forget you.
we're
please
not going to
don't.
thank everyone individually, so we're thanking everyone as a group, right?
No, I want to thank some people.
No?
I want to.
Okay.
I
mean,
have
for-
a couple individual.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, come on, Susan.
Stratus, Chili, and Mario Odyssey.
Oh. That's very funny. I have one important piece of information about a thing that will carry over from Maelstrom Radio to MMO Respec that I don't want anyone to be worried about.
Uh-oh.
Mortimer is
worried.
coming. Mortimer
Oh,
is
yeah.
coming.
Oh, okay. So
Mortimer's
yeah.
still
We're
gonna be
not
here,
leaving
don't worry.
Mortimer behind.
I almost you're right. There are a couple things. There are a couple things we forgot to mention. Yeah. So Mortimer's coming with us.
Yes.
So I do have to specify, Mortimer is not
I
part
don't
of
know
Maelstrom
how-
Radio. Mortimer is part of the Mortiverse. And that is independent of Maelstrom Radio. It has
Yeah,
its own
Mortimer
universe.
is like such a side thing that I don't know how he became so prominent.
Yeah, but also we still own Mortimer, the rights to Mortimer. By the way, that's,
yeah.
I would
I paid
also like
good
to
money
point out-
for Mortimer, for multiple Mortimers.
until
Mortiverse is actually what the channel is called. We do have a channel for Mortimer explicitly.
Yeah, in our Discord we have like a top secret
Secret
Mortimer
channel.
Yeah, it's a super secret
So
channel.
there's a
only for
whole like
us.
lore behind Mortimer,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get into more.
Yeah.
Lordimer.
More.
Mortis.
Lordimer.
Malortimer?
Lordimer.
Is he like an old Chicago, like crusty bar guy?
Yeah. Malordimer.
Fedora. With the fedora.
If you've never had
Add it to the channel.
Malordimer. Anyway, also the one of the things continuing with us going forward is going to be the plans for the plan lists. Like I don't foresee that going
Also separate
away.
from Maelstrom.
I don't foresee that going away.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's
Hang out
Eve,
with us.
come hang out with us. But that's so. If you didn't know, we are announcing that now that the plans for the plan list is going to be here. It's going to be live.
Yeah, like I have a kind of a placeholder invite in our Discord. Like I don't know the times yet.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a bunch of games. It's
Like
gonna be
when
fun.
it's gonna start
Join us.
exactly.
And
or-
we're actually off that day, so it's not like I have to work and come home and then try to get some rest. Like I can actually sleep in and try to take a nap, and we can start a little earlier and take breaks in between and stuff like that and have some fun. We'll do like UK's the UK's New Year's Eve
Countdown.
and countdown. So those things are happening, but who do you want to thank? But anyway, let's get to the thanks, and we'll go ahead and
I didn't know we had to put together thanks. I thought we were just thanking everyone.
Yeah, I do think we do in everyone, but there's a couple that I want to call out in particular that had kind of an outsized impact. And the one that I think we often forget, but is very memorable for me, and unfortunately they just left, was the Crucible. That was one of the first groups that we kind of interacted with on Twitter way back when we first were starting. And that's where a lot of our stuff grew, and that's how we came to know the Crucible and that whole crew. And we still know them to this day. Like we still talk with them a lot, even though the Crucible's been dead forever.
And it's weird to think that
so-
there was a time where you guys didn't know each other, because it just feels like you
Yep.
guys were all a group of friends for.
Well, the whole
knows
thing
how-
started was because the Crucible, for those who are not familiar, is an in-game tabloid magazine for in Final Fantasy. Although they don't believe that they're a tabloid, there's 3 Crucible articles that need stuff. There you go, safe. Revive the Crucible in
Yes!
2025.
Once Bro Hamid gets you those screenshots, it's gonna be good, bro.
But way back when we were on Twitter, and I don't remember if we posted first or if they posted first, but we started effectively a shit posting war between the two of us, and we kind of had a little mini feud, and we went back and forth for days, possibly weeks. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago, but that was kind of one of those establishing moments for us where we kind of started becoming part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
New Mama War for Mother's Day. Yep, that sounds about right. We invited you. Yep, yeah, that all tracks. That was one of the defining moments for the beginning of MR.
Yeah, absolutely,
I
100%.
thank you for that.
Yeah. Definitely want to thank Paul and Chili. Paul discovered us when we were just slowly starting, and he rolled into here. He was like, "Hi," like I was streaming Final Fantasy. So hey, I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "So you're playing Final Fantasy 14?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You podcast?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Me too." I'm in a podcast.
I mean, at that point, it was probably like little boy Paul. Like how long?
It
ago
really,
was that?
I was long
7
ago,
years.
7
Paul
years,
was
at least
just like
7
a
years
wee-
ago,
a wee
a wee lad. And Paul was even part of, I think, Mulgren at that point yet. He was on a different podcast.
Nope.
Like Mulgren, I think, just had started, and Paul was already on a different podcast. And you know,
Mughal Garam was like the spin-off.
the spinoff, yeah,
The international
spin-off of-
spin-off of Phoenix Down.
yeah, and Phoenix Down, of course, like they were started before us as well, and invited us on, and we, Klaus and Sayre and I'm forgetting her name. Oh, I feel bad now.
Luna?
Luna, thank you, Luna.
Luna changed names since, but
Yeah, Luna at the time. Since at the time, Luna, but now it's changed names.
yeah.
And Chili, and again, I was on that show as well. And Chili's been pulling a lot of podcast weights. But a lot of those, what started off as just guest hosting have grown into friendships. And I do a podcast with Chili now called Sound Bites, and it's a snack sized podcast. And secretly, it's also a podcast just everybody learns about Chili.
Yeah, it's
it's really
a
the-
weird show.
It's really just the everybody learns about Chili podcast. And it's hilarious. Yeah, it's really funny. Like if you've not listened, go listen to that. If you want a good laugh, it is a very funny show. Even though you're like, how is a snack review podcast funny? Go listen to it and you'll find out. It's the amount of people that I think we've met, meeting our old producer Dylan at FanFest, and then meeting Lucky Sparrow at FanFest. I think
Meeting a lot of people at FanFest.
meeting a lot of people, but I think Lucky Sparrow
Meeting
when-
Chili at FanFest.
but I think when Dylan was like, "Hey, Lucky Sparrow really wants to meet you too," and
Mm-hmm.
like what you're
Remember, it was
talking,
the LBR party
yeah.
off in the corner.
First of all, everybody in Lucky Sparrow's Amazons. They're all taller than both Quinn and I.
Well, I
That's
mean,
not
that's
hard.
not a high.
It's-
Yeah,
I know it's
a
not
high
hard.
bar.
But they are all
I'm
Amazons.
I'm the tallest in our group. That's not
But
hard.
they are all Amazons. And they're all beautiful. Every single one of them. So, he didn't lick
No
my
one
face. Wait, whoa. Thank you, 5'8" Kings.
5'8".
That five. No, that's our gang. That's our new guild. 5'8" Kings. That's a good guild name.
It really is, unfortunately.
Short bros unite. Nothing but dwarves.
Very generous.
Nothing but
Oh,
nothing
Dr.
but
Delicious, he's in.
yeah. Nothing but
None of
dwarves.
us are 5'8".
No, nothing but dwarves. That's so you know, there
Yeah,
is.
Peter and I met Shantyman in person.
Yeah, we
a few
met
months ago at Gen Con, and like first thing was just like
he's like, you're
Shantyman.
short. Yeah, he's shorter than I thought you were.
You're a lot taller on Twitch.
I give 6'8" energy, and and I'm shorter than 6'8". So I'm truly the epitome of what a dwarf would be. I'm a fantasy dwarf at IRL, like, but the taller version of a dwarf. Like, I'm way more handsome.
Yeah, if you do like Max Slider on your dwarf
height, yeah.
creator.
Yeah.
Although unlike a dwarf, your beard is at the lower level.
Yeah, I'm at a
You don't
lower
have, like,
level.
the full-
Well, I got half dwarf for.
Yeah, there you go, half dwarf. That fits. Shiny eyes too.
Aw.
Yeah. I'm adorable. You know, Chad Dwarf. Chad Dwarf.
Oh.
Show title Chad Dwarf.
He does. He definitely does.
So, you know, I think about all the good we've done as well, you know, for Extra Life, and hopefully maybe with some of the time we get back, maybe we could do that again in the future. I would love to do it again. You know, we are very, I think I can speak for Gwen, and I don't think he would disagree. I think we're very grateful for all of you. Any retweet, like, share, put into your Discord, your guild's Discord,
check out our YouTube channel. That's always cool.
Any of that, we're grateful for you. For those of you, those ones that have stuck around,
talk us on Reddit. Anything.
Yeah, whatever. For those of you that have been here from day one, thank you. If you just found us this year, thank you. It is, you know, it's, you know,
I just checked the Reddit to see if there's more comments, and of course, Chili jumps in there. White knighting the situation. Thanks, Chili.
Thank you, Chili. Chili's like, I've been on this damn train for 87 hours. It's like when on White Knight. We, you know, without all of you, this was just two people talking into the void, right? Like, and sometimes it was like, sometimes just, I am not going to say that some nights weren't that way here on the channel.
87 years.
But yeah, it's been 87 years. But the nights that there weren't, right? The nights that were everybody showed up, and nights like tonight where, you know, we know
the old school peeps coming in.
Yeah, and you know, thank you truly. I think we are will forever be indebted to you for everything. Because we just started a show and wanted to talk about Final Fantasy, and we did that. And as new shows hit their feeds and come out, go give them a listen. We, you know, I you know, Coffee and Carbuncles, you know, we've mentioned, you know, myriads of times we'll go around radio. But if there's something new and something hits, go give them a listen. Because that little, like, hey, you're new, and being in their chat, and you don't know if they're going to be around for 7 years or 3 months, but that makes a difference because they don't know if what they're going to do is going to be successful. And you know, it means the world of difference. I really think that, you know, the friendships we've made, the community we've built, the good we've done is first and foremost, you know, awe-inspiring, and I hope we can do it again. You know, it's I'm not going to say we had like lightning in a bottle. I don't think Maelstrom Radio is
No,
worthy
you
of.
had gravy in a jar.
Yeah, we had a gravy in a jar.
Oh, I will miss some of these names.
Yeah. And you know,
The Maelstrom Radio gamer bathwater.
yeah. Never forget.
Thick.
Yeah, it really was thick. And so everyone was mad. Everyone was really mad. You know, we are, you know, we will forever be, you know, two friends that loved this game and will continue to love it. May not be as involved. Hey, Feeny. May not be as involved in it in the future. Like we said, we'll still play the expansion, you know, when it comes out, and we'll, you know, we might on the new thing talk about it, you know, when it's out, and you know, probably give our thoughts there. Maybe have some of you on and talk about it then, and you know, that's kind of the fun thing about it, that we could still come back to this and do this in a little bit different way. But you know, we're excited for the new thing. We hope you join us again. I want to thank you two, one, for putting up with me, because I know that's not easy.
We could do this again.
Yeah, we can do it again. So, but I know it's not easy dealing with me. So, like every crazy asinine idea I've had, you both have said yes to, and had the courage to say no. So,
yeah. Half this episode, just a whole series of yes, let's do that. It was absolutely wild. Let's go.
Yeah. So, you know,
Peter, keep it together.
I know.
It's not going to happen.
I know I will. I'm very grateful that I have
How much of that scotch did you drink?
all of it.
Told you.
I'm very no. What I'm saying is that I'm very lucky to have two of the best friends that I've could have had on this journey. So I thank both of you. So
Thank you. Because without you here, we none of us would be here. If you hadn't started,
no one would want to
and-
record it.
like, we wouldn't have recorded this. We wouldn't have started Maelstrom Radio. We wouldn't have met any of the people in this chat. We wouldn't be having a podcast. We maybe would have gone to FanFest, but not as a content creator, just as people hanging out. Very good chance we wouldn't have met Susan.
Yeah.
And like, it was all from, hey, you want to do a podcast?
Yeah.
So thank
really
you for
meeting
starting
me
all of
was
that.
what made it totally worth everything. And meeting me was
Maelstrom Radio,
was just the
232
reason-
episodes.
But no,
Ends
meeting
with a
me
love
was just the
story.
reason to have Mortimer in the mix. It really all goes to Mortimer.
yeah. So
Wow.
really, thank you, Yoshi.
Thank you, Mortimer.
And hat tip to Talon, because that's where Mortimer was born.
It's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who again we know through Maelstrom Radio.
And Chili did have a highlighted message. He's like, I'm tired, so this isn't going to be great, but seriously, thank you so much for over 200 episodes, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. You both bring so much to everything you do, from entertainment to smarts. Thank you. So thank you, Chili. So
And I hope that Quentin and Peter will still be welcome guests on future Moogle Go Around, so they can talk shit about Final Fantasy somewhere.
I mean, if we ever go on Moogle Around, it's not for Final Fantasy.
if you need me to, if you have me on a Friday or Saturday
Maybe for
night for a Christmas episode, I will be drunk and we can have laughs. So
I still really miss the voice acted KFC dating sim that we did, and
Yeah,
honestly, I would love to do something like that again.
Yeah, that was amazing.
100%.
That was really great. Yeah, 100% safe. Follow up with that.
Did it get deleted? I feel like something was there, but it got deleted.
Well, no, it
No, I
got added,
permitted.
so- yeah.
I had a
We
approved
allow
safe
tits
search.
on Maelstrom Radio.
Yeah.
I don't know about MMO Respec, but for now, we allow tits.
I
Let it be
mean,
known.
we allow them. They just can't see them.
It's because you keep using
We-
words that Automod doesn't like, and we have our Automod
we have, like,
relatively
super-
strict.
Yeah, just to be on the
So-
safe side, so nothing weird flops in here.
Yeah.
But for now, all the tit posts, go for it.
It does now.
No, Automod does not. No, it's good.
No.
Yeah, now it's okay.
I think it is really a testament to what we've done the last 7.5 years that we went through multiple periods of, hey, I need a break just for mental health. I took half a year off. We both took a year off, or I took half a year off when I moved. We
Mhm.
both took a year off shortly after that.
Yeah.
After or before? Somewhere around there. We did a lot of things, but overall, 232 episodes in, we're ending on a really, really high note.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're feeling really good about the project. It's not like we are out of energy and we're just letting it go. We're still doing fairly well. And we're just deciding, hey, let's go on to something else. We have a lot of cool people that are in chat with us right now. And a lot of other people who will be listening later. It's all a really good thing. Like, I think we ended on a really, really high note.
Yeah.
And also there's a love story in MR, and even though it's cliche, like, we ended with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
You announced it all today, so
It's true.
it's a very high note to end on.
Yeah, you and I, kid. not
No kids.
not Quentin. no kids. No. Susan was out of the loop there for a second. It's like, who?
Yeah, who? Where's this romance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hysterian.
Yeah. Yeah. This podcast.
No, fuck that guy.
That's
He's
what he
asshole.
wants.
He fucking bit me in the middle of the night, and then he wouldn't bone down, asshole.
Yeah,
And then I made him leave, and then
Yeah.
Peter got mad.
See, the only mistake
and then
you made
reset
was
the
biting
game.
you.
yeah. No, I reset the save. I didn't reset the game.
Yeah, well,
If he would have bit someone else, we might have had a better time.
That's true. You just decided to let him bite you. That's the problem.
no. Well, now all our ducks, all our
Carlac.
yeah.
Everyone,
she's-
all the
we're all
chips are on
getting
Carlac.
Yeah.
Reset the seeds. So thank you, Reisna. By the way, shout out to Reisna. She's now part of the Final Fantasy 14 community team. She sent us a nice thing in the mail.
And that will eventually get Quentin's portion too, because I was
Yeah.
supposed to send it with his Christmas shit, and I didn't because I don't.
Was it his Christmas stuff or is it just birthday stuff? That was his birthday stuff. That
It
wasn't
was
his
like-
Chris-
Oh.
It was just it was a care package.
In the goodies that I sent, that was like originally intended to send that plus other things. I sent the other things and not the thing.
During Christmas package, you will get the thing that raises.
Someday you will get a
someday,
thing.
yeah. So
Oh wait, what?
yeah,
Disney music.
yeah,
Co-op Baldur's Gate 3 is a PvP game where the prize is dating Karlach. Yes.
yeah. Sounds about right. So
Yeah, Peter and I are gonna.
You guys can have her.
yeah, we'll fight.
She's great.
Battle to the
I'm not gonna fight here.
Yeah, this is gonna PvP, like friendly fight.
Chili banged Gale by accident. I love that.
That's
Double
the
it.
best sentence I've read from Chili tonight.
I tried to do Shadowheart, but banged Gale by accident. Shadowheart, you want to car? And next thing you know, you're just waking up next to Gale. Like, how'd this happen? What's going on here? Gale's like, got a shoe I can eat. Chewing on a watch.
Oh.
We truly, again, we appreciate all of you. We hope you follow us to the new thing again. We hope to see you at again this Sunday. Like the streams are still happening. Please follow us. Please watch our streams. Those are not going away.
Community games with Quentin on Sunday. Be there.
Yeah, and then be here to watch
Grant.
Susan play Minecraft and root Susan on. She'll appreciate it. She'll model Minecraft more when she knows people are watching it.
Minecraft under duress.
Yeah. No.
Mud Sundays.
Mud.
The community games turned into Mud Sundays.
Mud Sundays. You might be able to get like a.
I mean, it's already kind of muddy right now. We're in grounded.
You might be. I can get you an axolotl that make you happy in the game. I get a little, yeah, there you go.
That's
All
right.
right. Okay.
Safe says Minecraft under pressure. You could be Muppets.
Oh my god. My favorite Queen parody.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we're winding up. We're winding
yeah.
down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, we were going for 3.5. Well,
it's been over 3 hours now. It's been over 3 hours now.
45 minutes. 45
Oh.
minutes of that was music, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have that clip. I wish I did. What is this all supposed to? Oh no, I do have it.
We've been here for over 3 hours now. And I'm not sure any of us can see what all this is supposed to mean.
Supposed to mean? I think everyone here knows what this is supposed to mean. You've gone over something again and again and again and again. I have certain questions get answered, others bring up. Mind plays tricks on you, you play tricks back. Like you're unraveling a big cable knit sweater. Someone keep knitting, 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 knitting.
Rest in peace,
That
Paul
was a-
Rubens.
R.I.P. Paul Rubens. So
On that note.
yeah, on that note, I don't know how do you.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens. Rest in peace, Maelstrom Radio.
R.I.P. All the things.
Right.
Everybody go to bed, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
You know, all right. Well, anybody got one last bad joke to get us out of here? No?
That's all I got.
Yeah, all right. Well, just like I love life, it's pretty sad.
Feeny, we're not going to do that on the podcast because it doesn't deserve to be on it.
There we go.
I agree, though, with you.
Rest.
Safe has one last bad joke for you.
Okay.
Is it us?
Okay. Is it us? Yeah, is it us?
Silent.
I know. It's ending on silence.
The punchline is silence. Pretty damn good joke. Maelstrom Radio is not officially sanctioned by Square Enix. All right, fair. All right, yeah, true.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
Maelstrom is the pirate group, and this is not officially sanctioned, so it's kind of a pirate radio. It's very in theme.
Yeah.
Robin's favorite book is A Farewell to Art. Oh.
I feel like he's been like churning on that for a long time. Good job, Dr. Deliciousness.
I feel like that needs a clap.
Yeah, you're fair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, all right, fair.
Clap, 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 clap.
There we go.
Yeah.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank everybody again for joining us for 7.5 years. We appreciate you. Again, we're not, the streams are not going away, but the podcast is. We love you all. We, you know where to find us. We're not, just because the lights and cameras are off doesn't mean this bullshit doesn't. like
That's
this,
very accurate. It happens more off camera.
It's probably it's ramped up. I mean, this is really subdued. So if anything, So
All right, it's a good thing we're wrapping things up because like
did your cat the cat
there's
come?
a smell.
Lupin.
There's a smell.
Oh no! Well,
Marketed.
all right.
And
well,
on that lovely note,
thank you everybody joining us for this episode of Maelstrom Radio, the final
you.
episode. Of course, as you all know, till sea swallows all. Keep listening.